Hello, everyone, and peace of the Lord to all of you. Today, our topic is kind of maybe difficult for some people, especially if you are following the cult of Muhammad, but it's very easy to understand. Every one of us have his own logic. Life is based on logic. The way we live, the way we act, the way we talk, each one of us, he have his own way, which is his own logic of explaining himself, communicating, making decisions. um, Everything you do in life is based in your own logic. In the case of Islam, a Muslim, he is not allowed to have his own logic. Which means reasoning is not allowed in Islam. The only reason you can follow is the reason of Muhammad. The only logic you can follow is the logic of Muhammad. The only food you can eat is the food of Muhammad. Anything you do in your life, you have no right to choose. You are just a slave of a man. His name is Muhammad. And because of that act of slavery, or let us say the pact of slavery, the second and the moment you convert to Islam, a Muslim, he says to you, I am submitting. The fact the word Islam does not mean submit, it means surrender. But let us go with the word submitting. You submit to what? To the logic of Muhammad. You are not allowed to think, you are not allowed to make decision, you are not allowed to be even a human as God he made you. You are allowed only to be as Muhammad wanted you to be. And today we will show the Muslims why I believe that not even one of them is a Muslim. And I challenge any Muslim to tell me you are wrong. In the front of us in the screen, we have a very authentic hadith. And it appears in many places. It is sahih, it is correct, and Muslim scholars, they use it in every article they make or any book they ever had. He who copy any people, he is one of them. What people are talking about? The kuffar. And copy in which way? Anything have to do your action, your life. As an example, if you dress like the Western, you are a Western. If you eat, if you sing, if you do, it's anything you do, as long you are copying some other groups, they are not Muslims, you are one of them. How many Muslims today, they are not copying other nations? How many Muslim is not dressing like Western? How many Muslimah she is not buying the Western perfume and buying the Western lingerie? Actually, according to studies, #1 customers in the world for Victoria's Secret is in Emirates and Saudi Arabia. The Muslim women don't have an underwear. They never wear an underwear. So anything you do, you are copying someone else. He is not a Muslim. That make you one of those people. And that goes for everything. And we are talking just about silly stuff. Like if you are a Muslim and you pay tax, that is horrible. That means you are one of them. If you live in America and you pay tax to America, if you live in France, if you live in England and you pay tax to those countries, you are one of them. So who is a Muslim today? Nobody. I'm just using the logic of Muhammad, not my logic. So don't judge me. Judge your prophet. Even Muhammad, once he saw a very famous man. His name is Umar ibn al-As. Actually, his real name is not Umar ibn al-As. It is, the translation is the Umar, the son of the pimp. But later they changed his name to make it al-As. The prophet, PBUH FMG SAW shortwave FM, saw me dressed in two saffron colored garment. What is the problem with this garment? Nothing. They just have some color in it. He asked, your mother, she commanded you to wear this? I asked him, shall I wash them out? He replied, you better set them on to fire. These are garment of the disbelievers, so don't wear them. Do you see it? Do you see it, Muslims? If you wear a garment of the disbelievers, you have to burn it. How many Muslims are burning the garment today? Did you see this Muslima? She became a congresswoman. She is wearing the garment of the disbelievers. According to Muhammad, she is a bad person. Am I the one saying that? No, it's your prophet. Now, what is the logic? Any Muslim can tell me why this guy he have to burn just because there's a color in the garment. There's no drawing, there's nothing. What is the problem? Why he have to set it in fire, and why he cannot wear the garment of the disbelievers? Do we have any Muslim? By the way, we fixed the issue with the Skype. So if a Muslim wanna call me in Skype, he can call me, but you need to give me your name. I will add you and I will call you. All right. If you are a Muslim and you are really brave, which is unique, give me your name in Skype. We will call you. Any Muslim? Here you notice the hypocrisy of every Muslim who live Islam and they claim that they are Muslims. Like this guy, what his name? Mimi Hijab. Mimi Hijab, he was wearing a suit when he was debating with David Wood. What is the other guy name? Samshi. What about the nurse of Mimi Hijab? Ali Dawa. All of them, they are not wearing Islamic clothes. According to the Prophet, they are bad people. They are not Muslims. They are actually one of them, which means they are one of the kuffar. So look how the hypocrisy of the Muslims. They claim to be Muslims. They grow a beard, but yet they don't want from Islam anything make them, feel uncomfortable. So they fabricate their own version of Islam, right? They are wearing suit, they are wearing a tie, they are driving the kuffar cars, they are watching the kuffar TV, they are using the computer of the kuffar. All of this, you are copying them. The Quran spoke about the skills a Muslim should learn. What is the skills? Or even the hadith. Let us see the hadith first. We cannot find the hadith in this website. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the Quran. There's a hadith where Muhammad, he says, teach your sons swimming and riding horses and shooting arrows. But we will show you that from the Quran, even though we could not find it from the hadith in translation. Let us see what the Quran says. Muhammad, he told his followers that you have to prepare yourself, and this is a message for the Muslims today. This is the only skills Muslims they should have, and made ready against them all kind of power, including study of war. And look here, look at the Muslim translation. Tanks, planes, missiles, artillery. The Quran says that. The Quran says prepare for them. Those, let us change the translation and try not to laugh with me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to open the same. I'm going to open it in different browser. Okay, hold on. You know, Islamic translation is a comedy. Is a comedy by itself. Okay, I'm going to put the translation of two translation next to each other. I'm going to change the translation. This is Hilali Khan. Let us go to different translation. Okay, let us go to Biktal. Look at this. Do you see what Allah he said? Horses. The horses in the other translation, it became tanks and missiles and cannons. Do you see what the horses is? Do you see about the miraculous change? Horses became tanks, missiles, planes. So the Muslims, even if they want to go in war, they should not follow anyone else. Like Muhammad, didn't he say don't copy the kuffar? Well, that's mean you should not copy them in any way. You should not use their guns, you should not use their weapon, you should not use their missiles. All the weapons of the Muslims are bought from the kuffar. Turkey made guns, and the beautiful thing about those guns, if you shoot more than 3 bullets after each other, the gun explodes in your face. Same as Egypt. They made guns. So a Muslim, he cannot copy anyone. He is not a Muslim. So how Muslims lives? And now here let us question the logic. What is the problem if somebody like this guy, he wear a shirt have colors on it? What is the problem? Let us say this is how the kuffar, the non-Muslims, they dress. What is the problem exactly? Who is going to be upset? Allah, the angels, who? Why? Any Muslim can tell us? Why Allah will be upset from you if you dress like somebody else? Any Muhammadan? And that will take us to other logic, that in Islam you are not allowed to have any logic. You see, if you go in the Quran chapter 5 verse 101, it says ask not no questions. Okay, the logic of not to ask questions, what is the logic? Verse after 101 explain why, because if you ask you will leave Islam. Have you ever heard of such a religion? What is the logic of saying ask no questions? Imagine I go to learn. I go to a prophet and he is my teacher, and I ask the teacher, can I ask you a question? The teacher says to me, in our school our logic is the following: ask no questions. So we are talking about a religion believe in the logic of ask no questions. Because if you ask questions, especially the one who troubling, that will lead you into disbelief. And I will give you an example of Muhammad, how he answered questions. Let us see. Chapter 2, verse 189. And here, look at this stupid translation. I mean, the Muslim translation is really making me feel I want to vomit. It says here they are asking you about the new moon. It doesn't say the new moon. What the new moon? It says Al-Ahilla. Al-Ahilla is the crescent moon. Okay. So they're asking Muhammad, the Arab, okay, how what happened to the moon? Why the moon changed and became crescent moon? Muhammad, after squeezing his head and his ears and combing his beard like Mimi Hijab in the stage with David Wood, he come with an answer. The answer is coming from Allah. He said to them, oh, you are asking about why the moon became like this? Those are for timing, brother. Right? Right? This is the purpose of the crescent moon. They are asking him, what is the reason for the moon to become a crescent moon? You say to them, because it is the way to know when you do Hajj. This is the purpose of the moon. What is the answer? They are asking you why the moon, why it is like a week ago it was full, 2 weeks after it became like this. So what happened? So the Arab, they are trying to learn from Muhammad, who have supposedly special connection with his God, and his God will give him an answer which nobody knows. And the answer is this is for timing, brother. This is the purpose of the question, and this is the answer. They are not us. This is something they knew. They already used those moon movement as a timing, the beginning of the month, the end of the month. They already do that, and they are practicing Hajj before Islam. So they are asking you about the crescent moon. So what is the crescent moon? Why it is crescent? Here we notice always how Muhammad he go in a cycle of not to answer. The best answer is don't answer. I'm asking you why the moon became like this. You tell me the moon like this for the timing. This is not the reason. The timing is something we created. We as a human, we look around us in this universe to see, okay, what we can use for timing. So we say sunset, sunrise, but in fact there's no sunset and there's no sunrise. Same as for the moon, but this is not the question. The question why the moon changed and become a crescent moon. And look at the funny translation. We change translation, they say the new moon, the new moon. If there's a new moon, since when there's a new moon? Is that a new one? No. Do we have any Muslim would like to? The same thing. If we take the word yas'alunaka, which means they ask thee. If we take this and we paste in the translation in the search engine, you will see Muhammad always his logic is to answer a question is not to answer. Chapter 2 verse 108. Are you going to ask the prophet a questions the same as you ask Moses? What? Look at this guy address. What address you? I mean, those people are really the translators. They are going to give me a heart attack. What address? Address what? Where is this guy? Let's see, Yusuf Ali. Maybe Yusuf Ali is smarter than them. Would ye question your messenger as Moses? Why they cannot question him? He is a messenger. If my teacher is the last one I question, and here by the way it doesn't say even question, it says would you ask the messenger as you ask Moses, which means ask him questions, yeah, but not to question. Right away he accused them by asking the question, they are kuffar. The second you ask Muhammad a question, you are a kafir. You cannot ask questions. And right away he says, oh, you see, the people of the book, they wish that you are not going to have any good for you. So Muhammad, he is saying to the Muslims, if the Christians and the Jews, they start questioning the stupidity of Islam, this is because they hate you. Don't let them ask you questions, brother. Don't, brother. Are you going to ask the Messenger of Allah, brother? And right away, it's so clear that the questions was coming. The source of it was coming from the Christians and the Jews, and Muhammad have no answer. So the second you ask Muhammad, he says to them, oh, are you going to ask the same as they asked Musa? So what? They asked Musa, and Musa answered them. Musa, he did not open his eyes in his diaper and he found himself a prophet. For sure they asked him a question. For sure it took them time to believe he's a messenger of God. For sure they, you know, there's a process to go through. People will not believe anyone come to them and says I am a prophet. So this is the logic of Muhammad. And then the logic of Muhammad is the following. Don't you know that to Allah belong all the dominion? No, we do not know. Like, did we see that? The Quran is full of those phrases. Don't you see? Don't you see? No, we did not see. Don't you know? No, we do not know. I mean, how you know yourself? You know what I'm saying? When you say to me, don't you know, that's mean I know. But how we know that to Allah belong to the dominion of the earth and the heaven? How we know that? What is the confirmation? Huh? How we die? How we die, as an example, the logic. When you die, the angels, they hit you in your face. And he says to you, don't you see? Look at the translation here. And if you could see when the angels take away soul from the disbeliever, they submit their faces on their backs. If you see, what about you show us? And what do you mean they beat them in their faces and in their back? So now that you are dying and the angels, they are spanking you, and you are saying to me, if you see, they are spanking your face, but you are a soul. They took your soul. They are spanking what? The soul? The soul have a face and have an ass? You are spanking what exactly? Hmm. This is the logic of Muhammad. Do we have any Muslim want to say something? Other logic. In the day of judgment, Allah will make our faces black. Why? Why in the day of judgment, all of us, we don't believe in Allah, Allah will make us black? And by the way, I have no problem to be a black. Actually, I wish. At least I will find someone to marry me. Hmm? All of us, because we don't believe in Allah, Allah will make us black. Why? Why? Are you saying to me that the white people are good people and the black people are the evil one? This is what it says. This is what the Quran is teaching. Anyone who don't believe in Allah, Allah will make him black, and then He will throw him in the hellfire. What is the logic? Anyone? Who is a Muslim have a logic? Let us see this comment from Muhammad. Muhammad is an ex-Muslim, as I know. I think he left Islam, right? From Muhammad, I saw your comment saying you left Islam because you watch my videos. I remember. Muhammad said, most Indonesian Muslims said you are a Dajjal. Dajjal mean you know, like the false Messiah, the liar. They said Saudi future prince will make the end of the world real for Muslims. So they think I am a Saudi prince? Oh, okay. Well, they can think whatever they want. Still, they cannot answer me. They can call me all the names they want, but they cannot answer me. Why, instead of saying he is Dajjal, well, get him busted, call him. Call him and show everybody that this guy is a liar. Everything I say, I show it in the screen. Guys, does it say in the Quran? Is this the Muslim website? Is it the Muslim translation? Who is the Dajjal? Who is the liar? Here we go. This is the Muslim translation. Hilali and Khan. I have nothing to do with it. I am not even showing my own translation. So who is the one when I answer us? Why Allah in the judgment day will make us all as a black because we don't believe in him? What's wrong with being black? What is the problem? I like to be Indian too, not only black. They have a very spicy, nice food. And Indian people, they are very nice people. What's the problem? What's the problem of Allah and color? If you remember, Muhammad, he said before in the hadith that Allah, he created according to him, which is shown as the racism of this cult, ugly racism, that black people are created since the beginning to go to hellfire. Right? Do you remember the hadith where it says that Allah, he created Adam, and then he hit from his right shoulder, he hit his right shoulder, and he created the white people from his left shoulder, the white people from the right shoulder, the black people from the left shoulder, and then he says to the white people, you go to heaven, and he said to the black people, you go to hell. That is the logic of Muhammad. Do we have any Muslim want to say something? What is the logic? Any Muslim in the bushes would like to say something? Anyone? And by the way, I'm trying to open the website which says the hadith in English, and look, the Muslims, they deleted that hadith since we are using it to expose Islam. But I think we have a snapshot. You can take a snapshot from the videos, previous videos. Anyone? Nobody? Who is a Muslim would like to give me a call? Who is a Muslim? He can give me his. We can call you in Skype, no problem. Anyone? The Muslims, they keep quoting for us supposedly a story where Muhammad, and they call it the last sermon. But the funny, the Muslim, they will not tell you where the last sermon is coming from. Is the last sermon is an authentic hadith? Is it even exist? Any Muslim? See, I'm giving them a chance to call us. Let us continue then. Obviously, they have no answers. This is a disgusting logic that all, and not only here, I mean, there's many other verses in the Quran speaking about Allah will make people white and black, as an example, what aswaddu wujuh wa tabyaddu wujuh. Allah in the Quran in chapter 82, chapter 27, verse number 82. The chapter is speaking about a jassasa. He mentioned clearly that Allah is going to make all Muslims white and all non-Muslims black. And the same we find in chapter 3 verse 106. On the day when some faces, it doesn't say some by the way, when faces will be whitened, will be white, and faces will be black. So this is repeated all over the Quran. And those who Allah He made their faces white, Allah will have the mercy on them. But those who Allah made their faces black, they will be terrified and they will be humiliated. Any Muslim have something to say? Anyone? Let me open my Skype just to let you know we are going to use Skype because we solved the problem with Skype. Give me a second. Let us see if there is any Muslim have the courage and the knowledge to call us and to answer. Okay, we are almost in Skype. I know it's taking long to log in. All right, we are in Skype. Who is the Muslim want to give me his ID and I will call him? Anyone? Be nice to Muslims, guys. Those people are victims and they need our help. They have no idea. Most of them, they have nothing to do with Islam. Actually, they are Muslims by name. They are born from a Muslim family. All what they know about Allah is Allah, Alhamdulillah, MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah, and nothing more. They have no idea what is Islam. What you ask a Muslim what is Allah, they don't know. They will say to you is the creator. I did not ask you what he do for a living. Who is Allah? What the word Allah mean? They do not know. They pray to their God in a language they don't speak, and even those who speak Arabic, they don't understand the Quran. You know, when Muhammad in his time, he said to the Arab, not the Pakistani who have no idea what he's talking about. Why you cannot understand the Quran? Question Muslims, why the Arab could not understand the Quran? And do you understand the Quran? Do you Muslims today understand the Quran? You don't. Well, we can prove that in 2 seconds. Not a single one of you here understand what this book is about. Another logic in the Quran, which I find that the only logic can be accepted is this verse. If this book is not from supposedly not from Allah, the God they worship, the Arab, it, you know, you will find a lot of contradictions in it. That is the only logic can be acceptable. But this logic does not stand for itself. This logic in the same page, actually I can destroy this logic, showing you that this logic showing us that Islam is a stupid cult. Look, go 2 verses before, you will see who obey the messenger of Allah obey Allah. How you can obey Allah by obeying a man who is a sinner? The Quran confirmed that Muhammad he have a lot of sin, and then you say the one who obey Muhammad he obey Allah. What about the one who obey Allah he obey Muhammad? Because supposedly Muhammad should be obeying Allah anyway. But to say the one who obey Muhammad he obey Allah, that's mean that Muhammad is higher than Allah, and the obedience of Muhammad is to follow by obedience of Allah, and Allah himself have to obey Muhammad too. How we can say that the good person who wanna go to heaven is the one who obeyed the Prophet? Are you claiming that Muhammad is a person who is God, which means he's a perfect, he have no sin? Muslims, do you claim that Muhammad is a perfect man and he had no sin, which will make him God? Is Muhammad is a son of Adam and he's a sinner like us, or he is God? What kind of logic this logic is? But the logic here is simple. Muhammad, he is Allah. Allah is just a puppet. Muhammad, he used him for his propaganda. Muhammad, he got horny. He make verses says any woman she wanna give her panty to the prophet. That is the logic. Obey the prophet. Muhammad, he made verses says the best of the booty for the prophet. That is the logic. Obey the prophet. Muhammad, he says the fifth from every attack go to the pocket of the prophet. That is the logic. Right? Do we have any Muslim want to say something to us? No name. Give me your name in Skype. I will call you. Don't tell me I cannot call him. You can call me. Give me your name in Skype. Post it. I will call you. Don't make a drama. It's very simple. Give me your name. I will call you. A Muslim will speak about calling me for the coming 10 hours, but he will never call. Just give me your name and I will call you. And then after he speak for 10 hours about calling me, he will go and he speak to his 4 wives and he will tell them, see, Christian Prince, I wanted to call him, but the coward, he did not take my call. What is my point? This Muslim is asking me what's my point. He is listening to me for the last 30 minutes and now he's asking what the point. That is the point, that you are not listening. Because if you are listening, you will not asking what's the point. I just made my point. How you it says to you, obey Muhammad. Muhammad himself is a sinner. You should not obey Muhammad. You should obey what Allah says to Muhammad, not Muhammad. The verse is so clear. The one who obey Muhammad, he obey Allah. What about we say the one who obey Allah is the one who will be saved? If Muhammad doing the will of Allah anyway, why we have to put the name of the prophet, the name of a man before the name of a God? Obedience of the man before the obedience of God? And then you will ask me again, oh, what's your point? Isn't it the Quran says that Muhammad is a big time sinner? Did he or he did not? Hmm? Any Muslim? The Quran says Muhammad is a big time sinner. And the sin was breaking the back of Muhammad. And this is why Muhammad, he is the only messenger Allah he needed to do for him a plastic surgery. He cut his chest to remove the burden. Have you ever heard of a surgery to remove burden by washing it by water? Have you ever heard of a burden is in the stomach of a person? Why his burden was he stole a McDonald's sandwich? What do you mean remove his burden by making a surgery for him? What is the logic again? What is the logic? A man, he became a prophet. And now we need to remove his burden. So what we do, we send an angel. And the angel, he bring with him a big knife. And he opened wide the chest of the prophet from his throat all down to his belly. And he take off all the material inside his stomach and his chest. and he wash it with the water of Zamzam. What is the logic? Who wanna tell me? Anyone? CP, show yourself. What about you say to Allah, show yourself? Me and Allah, we are from the same kind. We cannot speak unless we are from behind the curtain. Isn't it Allah? He said in the Quran, Allah, he never speak unless he is from behind the curtain, hijab. Do you want to show you the verse? Why you don't say to your God, the one you worship, you don't ask him, show yourself? Any Muslim have an answer? What is the logic to send an angel, his name is Jibreel, with two assistants? They carry the prophet, they open his chest all the way down to his testicles, and they take all the things inside and they wash it in the water of Zamzam, and then they put it back. What is the logic? Any Muslim? I mean, why it's so hard to tell me what is the logic? What is the purpose of this? I'm doing this for money. You can say this is your logic, no problem. But I can show you that you're a prophet. He do everything for his penis and his money. Here we go. Let me show you. This is your prophet saying you cannot meet with him unless you pay him first. Me, you are here for free. Are you paying me? Do you pay me to come here? No, it's for free. I give it from my own time and nobody forced me. And nobody here, no one here pay money to hear my voice. Everybody, including you. You are a liar like your prophet. This is the Quran. Oh, who you believe. If you want to consult with the prophet in private, spend something. Do you see it? Do you see it? What is the logic? Why you have to spend something in order to see the prophet? I will tell you why. The logic of Muhammad, if you pay him, he will pray in your behalf. Huh? Is that right? Have you ever heard of a prophet, if you pay him, he will pray in your behalf? Chapter 58, verse number 12. Guys, have you ever heard a Christian prince saying, if you give me money, I will pray in your behalf and you will be forgiven? Never. I am no prophet. I cannot forgive no one. I cannot help anyone. And me, myself, I'm a sinner. Your prophet claim, if you pay him, he will pray in your behalf. Let us show you another verse. Muhammad, he need a mortgage. He need your money. If you give Muhammad the mortgage, what he need, Allah will forgive your sin. Read carefully. If you lend Allah a goodly loan, he will double it for you, and he will forgive you. And Allah is almost appreciated of your reward and forbearing. What is that? What is that? This is God? Are you there? This is God? Since when you can bribe God? If you give him a mortgage, he will forgive you. Okay, how much, Allah? How much you want? You forgive me? Okay, how much you want? Are you there? The guy who's talking about money. What is the logic? Why, if we give money, Allah forgive us? Why? Tell me how. What is the logic? So if somebody is a filthy rich, he gave Muhammad some money, he's forgiven. That's it. That is the logic. If you're rich, you go to heaven. If you are poor, you die. Because the one who can give a mortgage to Allah is the rich one. Same time, what kind of Allah? This Allah, he need a but give Allah, but give me mortgage to Allah. If you give mortgage to Allah, Allah will give you. Then they give us a mortgage, and you know, I have too much money. This is the same verse. Muhammad Hijab, after he finished his debate with David Wood, 2 hours after he posted the video saying the same verse, and will lend Allah a goodly loan, spend for Allah cause, because asking people to give them money. Go and watch the video. No, my friend, I am not funny. The most funny person is Allah. What about Allah? What is the logic here? Okay, hold on. Hold on, I'm going with you. You tell me what is the logic of this verse. Today our topic about logic. What is the logic of this verse in the Quran? Read carefully with me, Muslims. There is no restriction in the blind, no restriction in anyone, the lame, no restriction on the sick, nor on yourself if you eat in your houses. What is the logic? This is God. He went to his bedroom. He spent 10 billion years in his galaxy private room to write for us such a magnificent verse saying if you are blind you can eat at home, and if you are a person who cannot walk straight you can eat at home, and if you are not any of those, which mean the blind or the lame, you can eat at home. So what the point? We eat at home already. A human being, since he was created, he eat at home. Where he eat? In the restaurant? Where Adam used to eat? He used to eat in the restaurant? In Starbucks? What is the logic? Don't you think this verse is too late? So after thousands of years of Adam, we come to me and says to me, there's no problem if you eat in your houses. If you are blind, you can eat at home. And if you are lame, you cannot eat, you can eat at home. And if you are not any of them, which make it more horrible. I mean, okay, I thought there is like some special case. No, no, no. And then the story continue. Or the houses of your father. Like, what the heck? I was eating in the house of my father all my life. Or the houses of your mother. What? Allah, he gave me a license to eat in the house of my mother? That's wonderful. I'm really surprised. Can you tell me what the logic? And then he continued, the houses of your brothers, the houses of your sister, the houses of your father, brother, the houses of your father, sister, the houses of your mother, brothers, the houses of your brothers. That's God's talking. What do you think? Anyone? And then at the end he says, don't forget that. And there is no sin. Brother, there is no sin whether you eat together or you eat apart. Discovery Channel. Now finally we discover that there is no sin if we eat alone or we eat apart. Anyone? What is this? What is the logic from this verse? What is the logic if I believe in Allah will give me a lot of women for sex? What is the logic? Well, what is that? And those women, they are virgin. Each time I sleep with them, they turn virgin again. What is the logic? I mean, isn't it this is cheating? I just slept with her. So what the point of closing that skin down in her private part? What is the logic? Is that going to make me feel that she is a virgin again? She is not. I just slept with her. What is the logic? Stupid. What is the logic that your God Allah will make your private part endless? You live in New York and your private part in the Amazon jungles, and those crazy fish, they will bite your penis. What is the logic? Why I need to have an endless private part? Like, what about if it is like 6 foot? Not fine. Well, okay, okay, 1 mile. What is the logic of this cult? There's no logic. It's a stupid cult. Everything there is stupid. And this is why you Muslims, you have nothing to say. You can call me names, no problem. You can threat me, no problem. But you don't have a logic even for what you do. What is the logic? If I die for Muhammad, I will go to heaven and Allah will give me extra women because I died killing people. But this God, he enjoys shedding blood and seeing people being killed. What is the logic? Anyone? Your name? Okay, let me call you, my friend. You are a Muslim and you call yourself Robert? What kind of a Muslim you are? All right. Hold on, let us fix our microphone first. All right, Mr. Mickey Mouse. I just called you, you aren't answering. Why not? You hang up.
Hello.
Yes.
So I'm not a Muslim in the first place.
So why you want me to call you then?
I just have a bit confusion about the Quran and the beliefs of it.
Okay.
So I was a Christian. So I was a Christian, and I was just checking for what is the truth in between the religions, because I had a bit confusions about the Trinity. So I was just checking
why you
about
have
what's
confusion
the truth.
about the Trinity. What is the problem with the Trinity?
No, I have cleared it.
Okay.
So I don't have a confusion about Trinity now.
Okay. So are you Christian now or not?
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
just figuring it out.
So what are you now?
So can I ask you out? So
before you tell me what you want to ask me, what are you now? What is your religion?
I'm just right in between Islam and Christianity. I'm just trying to figure the complete truth so I can go back.
Okay, so what do you want? Oh, go ahead.
So the thing is, if someone from the Islamic community came to me and asked, so the basic arguments they gave every time is Trinity is not a god, it is 3 gods, and or it is God died. How did God die? They are the basic arguments they always make. So my question is,
they say to you how God died?
No. How did God die? How can God die?
Okay, but this is the same logic will prove Islam to be a false cult, because if Jesus will not be God, for he did not die, for he died, in Islam Jesus did not die until now he's alive. That means Jesus in Islam should be God.
Yes. So if if someone came to me and asked me, is Trinity God? How can I prove? How can I prove to them that
Okay, but are
Trinity is
you
not three gods, but it
did
is
I
one
answer
God?
you about the first one about what how God died? Did I answer you? They say
Yes,
how Jesus
yes,
died
I have.
and he is
Uh,
God. Okay, well, according to
yes,
this, if the logic is that if the death of Jesus will not make him God, he cannot be qualified for being God. That means Jesus cannot be a human too, like anyone, because until now he's alive and he is living in
yes,
heaven in
yes,
Islam.
I have.
Okay,
Uh,
so this is a
I
stupid
have
argument.
watched
This is a
your.
stupid
I have
argument.
watched your previous
Hmm.
debate, so I know that
Okay.
you have
Secondly, no, no,
clearly
let us
studied. So my
let us
doubt about
answer.
it is
No,
cleared.
let us answer this one first because we are not done. Secondly,
Yes,
if God, if God, the Muslim they speak about him,
yes,
he cannot die. They are talking about what God who died. We don't believe that God he died, or what we believe that the flesh of Jesus die as a human being. Otherwise, God never die. So
yes,
even us as a human, we have a spirit, we have a soul, and we have a body. Is that correct?
yes.
Okay, the body dead, but the spirit is not dead. So
Okay,
if that happened to the human, what about God who is a spirit? Our God in Christianity is a spirit. The God of Islam is not spirit. So you
but
cannot kill God for very simple reason. Number one, he is a spirit. They killed the body, which is the physical body of Jesus. But our God is always living God. This is why we call it resurrection. What is a resurrection? Resurrection is reuniting between the flesh and the spirit. Correct?
yes,
Reuniting two things. So resurrection is when we say Jesus died, we're talking about they crucified the flesh of Jesus. That would die, but God is always living God. Number two, number three.
yes.
Uh, uh, when we speak about Jesus, the Muslim they confirm that Jesus is the Word of God. Do the Word of God die? Can you
He
kill
can't
the Word
die.
of God? And can anyone destroy the Word of God? Even the Quran says no. If you ask
No.
a Muslim, is the Word of God created? They will say no. If Jesus in the Quran confirming that Jesus is the Word of God, and this is exactly what is written in the book of John, chapter 1, verse number 1. In the beginning it was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was the God. So
Yes.
the Messiah is the Word of God, and he is the Spirit of God, and he is a messenger of God according to the Quran. Three in one. How the Muslim they say that we are against the Trinity. In the same verse it says there's no Trinity, but the Quran give us different form of a Trinity. It says Jesus is a word, Jesus is a man, and Jesus is a spirit proceeding from Allah. So Jesus is a three in one in the same time. So how
Okay.
one cannot be three, yet Jesus is a three and one in the same time? Here we notice the hypocrisy and the ignorance of the Muslims. It is written in their books, and I'm showing it in the screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Read with me carefully in the screen. What the screen saying? All people of the book
Oh,
commit no
people.
excuse in your religion, nor says aught but the truth. Christ Jesus. They are talking about who? The name is confirmed.
The
That
son
is a
of
Christ.
son of
The
Mary.
son of Mary is between two brackets no more than. This does not exist in the Quran. A messenger. Okay, so he's a man. And then he is the
Okay.
word. He's a word. And then this word sent down from heaven. So where is Jesus coming from? He's coming from bestwood. Bestwood in Mary, which means it's coming down from heaven. And the
Okay.
spirit proceeding from him. From who? From God. So look who is Jesus. Jesus is the man, Jesus is the word, Jesus is the spirit, three in one. And that is there in their ignorant Quran. So if the Quran confirmed that the three is one and one is a three, how Abdul he says to me that the Trinity is impossible?
Okay. Trinity is God, but may I ask you something?
Sure.
The thing is, in Islam, the God is neither man nor woman.
No, who said no? He's
I think.
no. Who said that to you? The Quran always call Allah in the Arabic language as He. Correct?
Yes, but I have read it somewhere that in Islam the God is genderless. I think I heard
That's
from
false.
someone.
That's false. Because if the Quran, the God of the Quran is genderless, then how they can explain to us other verse where Allah He says if we want to take a partner for sex, a wife, we will take it from ourselves. So if Allah is genderless, like he have no gender, then Allah will marry who? No, hold on. Hold on. If Allah does not have a gender, Allah will marry who?
He's God, so why should he marry someone?
Yeah, but he will marry who? No, he said clearly, if you want to take a partner as a wife, this is the Quran, chapter 21, verse number 17. Does it say, had we intended to take a pastime, i.e., a wife or a son, we would surely taken it from ourselves?
Yes.
Okay. So why it says a wife? Why the Muslims they assume it's a wife? It's not a guy. If Allah have no gender. So they lie to you, my friend. The one who make those articles are a bunch of dummies. Because if Allah have no gender, then how the Muslims assume that this partner is a wife? What about saying a gay, a man? Why they come to the conclusion that it must be a wife? So you see how easy to defeat their lies and their propaganda. It's a stupid propaganda, and they have nothing to say, and that's why they didn't dare to call me.
So may I ask you? I knew I was thinking about this, which is the correct right religion for quite some time, and I checked both religions. So my doubt about the Trinity and all the other stuff has been removed partially, or most of it have been removed.
I don't understand. I say repeat again. Your mic is not clear for me. What you said?
My most doubts about the Trinity.
Okay.
And Jesus is God. I truly believe that Jesus is God because I was a Christian and I did go to church for 8-10 years, or I'm 21 now. I did go to church until 18, so until I had some doubts about which is the real one, because I didn't have a full explanation for why is Trinity the God.
Okay, so now how we can help you?
So the last part is in the Quran there are many scientific explanations, or I was watching a video.
There are many what? There was many what?
Scientific explanations.
Give me one. Give me the best one.
Theory of relativity in chapter 45.
What?
Theory of relativity.
Theory of what?
Relativity. Albert Einstein.
Okay, where is that? What chapter is that?
Chapter 45.
Chapter 45. Okay.
Verse number 24, 25. I think that's the one.
So are you willing to laugh loud if I show you how they lie to you? 24, yes. You said 24, 25?
25, 26.
25, 26. Okay. Yes, where it says what you are saying? Chapter, you said the chapter 45, right?
Yes, 45, 25, 26.
Okay, where it says what you are saying? The theory of what?
Relativity. It's about a shadow.
Where? Where? About the shadow?
Can you please come down? Can you please come down a bit?
What shadow?
No, I can't see the full 26 verse.
Yeah, this is verse number 25, 26.
No, I just okay.
My friend, but without telling me, let me show you how stupid the Quran when the Quran speak about the shadow. You said the shadow?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know that the Quran claim that Allah is the one who extend the shade? How he extend the shade?
That's the verse. I think that's the verse. A little by little, something like that.
Yeah, what little by little? The Quran here saying, have not you seen how the Lord spread the shadow? In Arabic it says
little by little.
The Arabic says he extend the shadow. Okay, how Allah he extend the shadow? Is the shadow is something to extend? Can we extend the shadow?
Yes, because it extends in the noon in
what? My
in the
friend,
noon,
my friend, there's
in the
nothing. It's
morning.
called shadow. To extend the shadow, the shadow is just a reflection of light. This is a stupid statement. The Quran saying that the shade is something Allah He extended, but the fact is not extended.
Mm-mm.
What shade is extended? Just change it changed the source of the light, and then we have a new shadow. Correct?
Yes.
And depend how
Oh.
close, how strong it is, the shade will be different. This is so. This is stupid statement.
Mm.
Hmm? As long you are talking about this, do you know where the sun goes every day?
In the muddy pool, something.
Okay, so
Muddy pool.
how you say to me the Quran have science and the Quran says that the sun set in the murky water?
No, I don't believe in that because
So what do you
no,
mean don't believe? No, 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 no. Hold on. You believe in this, but you
yes,
don't believe in that. The Quran is one book.
no, I don't think that's the truth because the muddy pool thing is completely false. I just want to know if this is right because this is one of the most.
None of their claim is right and it's false. You can read my books. I have two books, not only exposing the lies about miracles in the Quran, they're
Mm.
giving you a lot more beyond the Muslim ability even to know about the religion. So all of these things is a lie. And here we go. I will give you another opportunity. Give me different lie they give it to you about science. Choose anything.
What should I choose?
Choose any lie they gave you about the science. Something you think is convincing for you.
This is the one because they sometimes say that in the Quran it says the sperm of a man comes from the midrib. I think that's completely false and
That
that's a
what?
false statement
No, no.
from the
Give
Quran.
me something is convincing for you. Don't tell me that something is not convincing for you. Something you
No, this
think maybe it is possible to be right, to be true.
uh, this one was convincing. The previous one I just gave you, it was convincing
I
for
mean,
me.
come on, my friend. You said you are 21 years old. You are smart. I mean, this is stupid
Yes.
to say that Allah He extend the shade. This is stupid. Allah did not extend the shade. This is stupid. This is extremely stupid
Okay.
because the shade
Mm.
is not something exist to extend. How we can extend something is not exist?
Mm-mm. So
You see,
sometimes
I can say I extend the length of something, but not the shade because the shade is not something to extend. Does not exist,
mm-mm.
right?
Okay,
If you have
okay.
a flashlight, at night, you can make
Yes,
your finger look like it is 100 foot tall, correct?
yes.
Okay, but does that mean I extended your finger? That's stupid, you know. So what else?
No, nothing else.
Are you sure? Choose anything you
Yes.
want just to show you how stupid what they claim about science. Their science is nothing but a fabrication.
Uh, I think I heard a lot of debates from Zakir Naik because of Zakir Naik.
Zakir Naik is an idiot. He did not know anything about his religion.
Yes, he talked a lot about evolution, but I don't think that's
Evolution.
convincing for me because
Okay, as long as Zakir Naik he spoke about evolution, like what? Do you remember anything he said?
no, I don't think he's convincing. He was convincing about evolution because I studied a lot about evolution in class 12, and it doesn't seem to
No,
correlate.
actually, the Quran teach about evolution, but in the wrong direction. As an example, the Quran
Okay.
claimed that Allah He made the Jews because they broke the Sabbath, pigs and monkeys.
Mm-mm.
So Quran teach that Allah He transformed human into animals. Those who believe in the evolution, the atheists, the way they believe in it, they believe in the opposite. That we as a human, we are coming from ancestors who used to be something else, correct?
Okay.
So here, if you read in the Quran, chapter 2, it says that those Jews, because they did transgressed in the matter of the Sabbath, Allah, He cursed them and He made them monkeys and pigs.
Mm.
And now, ask yourself here about this logic. Allah, He will make the Jews, or He made the Jews already pigs and monkeys for breaking the Sabbath. Isn't it Allah stupid for not making somebody here rape a woman a pig or a monkey? I mean, which one is more harmful? Somebody doing fishing in Saturday. The story here is about a bunch of Jews that did fishing in Saturday. So who more deserve a harmful punishment? Someone he raped a child, or someone did fishing in Saturday? What do you think?
In the Christian perspective, it is
No,
somebody.
I'm not talking about
Muhammad.
Christian perspective. Forget about Christians, Jews, Hindus. I'm a human being. You are as a human being. If
Yes.
somebody rape a child, you have two people, they commit a crime. One of them fishing in Saturday, and the other one he rape a child. Which one deserve a severe
Raping a
punishment?
child, he deserve
Okay,
punishment.
so
He deserve it.
why Allah did not make one person in this earth who rape a child a pig or a monkey, but yet those who they did fishing in Saturday, he made them pigs and monkeys? I mean, how stupid this story is, right?
Yes.
This is a story does not even fit for kids. Even kids who they are 6 years old, they will not believe it. And until now, Jews, they are fishing in Saturday. So why Allah is not making pigs no more? The Jews now, they have even festivals in Haifa in Israel for gays and lesbian, and they do it in Saturday. Where is Allah? So for fishing in Saturday, Allah made those all the Jews who exist in this island, he made them pigs and monkeys just because they broke the Sabbath and they fish in Saturday because they are hungry.
No.
It's a stupid religion.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes, because
Okay.
it should be punished. So may I ask you, there are many scientists who praise Quran of it because they say it's intelligent. I saw many YouTube videos regarding it. So why do they say that?
Quran is what?
It's a masterpiece. They're scientists, they're physicists, they're chemists, and they
My
call
friend,
it a masterpiece.
all of this is fabrication. All of this is fabrication. Nothing there is truthful. Nothing there is truthful. You know, like I saw once a conference, they invite somebody, his name is Dr. Moore or something, and they told him the Quran says that Allah, he made the egg like a leech, but the Quran never spoke about the egg and never spoke about leech, the insect. The Quran claimed that the sperm transform into a congealed blood. So they lie in the translation in that conference, and they make this guy, I don't know if he is honest or not, but they gave him a translation which is far away from the translation, and he said this is fit with science. But the fact the Quran never said that, and we can open the verse right now, and you will see that the Quran is a stupid book. What is your education about how the human being is a production happened? Do you know?
Yes, it happens from the testis, human testis,
Okay.
male testis.
All right, look at this here. And we made the nutfa. We made the nutfa. Nutfa is a sperm into a clot. Is that what science teach now? So that in that conference, the one I saw in the video, they gave him a false translation. They did not say to him the nutfa became a clot, which is a congealed blood. Does it say in front of you from the Muslim translation a congealed blood?
It says natfa into a clot.
Yeah. And then we make it what? And what we make the clot?
A piece of the coagulated blood.
Okay, but
So
this is
talking about
but the nutfa itself became what? Became a dead blood. Is that scientific?
No.
And if there is any stage in the human being process of production that you will be a dead blood?
So what is the natfa the human sperm, male sperm?
What?
Is the natfa referring to the male sperm or human sperm?
This is male. No, this is the male. However, Muhammad he claimed in different chapter in the Quran, chapter 86, verse number 6 and 7, that women have a sperm too, and the sperm of the women is coming from the back, from the ribs of the women, and the sperm of the man is coming from the backbone. You see it? Okay. Is that scientific? Or this is stupid?
No.
Muhammad in the hadith, he said that if a man have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy, and the woman have orgasm first, the baby will be a girl. Is that scientific?
I heard that from a bit scientific YouTube channels also.
Is that scientific?
I have never heard about it, but I heard someone say about it because
No,
they say
my friend,
it's true.
the gender of the baby have nothing to do, and the look of the baby and the existence of the baby have nothing to do with the women having orgasm at all. Because the women, she have orgasm or she don't have orgasm, she can still deliver a child if she have sex. Is that correct?
Okay, yes,
So
because
what does
that's
have to
what I
do with
learned.
you know,
That's
this
what.
is stupid. So Muhammad, he claimed that women have a sperm and it's yellow and thick, and man have a sperm, it's white and and thick. Sorry, the woman is yellow and thin, and the man is white and thick. And this is absolutely false, because women, they don't have a sperm,
Mm-mm.
and it doesn't matter who
Okay,
have
that.
orgasm first. The gender is about the sperm, the semen. When one semen goes, that semen is going to make the decision. The semen itself will make decision what the baby will be. According to Muhammad, the last thing will be decided by Allah is the gender. And Muhammad, he claimed that a human being, the sperm of a human being, stay inside the woman for 40 or 50 days. Do you see the screen?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, is that scientific or this is stupid?
No, it says the man's water is thickened. I don't see the verse you just said.
Okay, now what do you see? Do you see
No, I
it
don't
now?
see it. Okay. Means for 40 or 50 days or 40 nights.
Is that
Uh,
correct or this is a lie?
it's a lie because
Hmm.
it's 9 months or 10 months. 9 months.
One lie will make me what? Will make me a liar. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, Muhammad is a liar.
Yes, because
I mean,
in many.
how many lies until now I showed you? Isn't it enough to prove that Muhammad is a liar?
Yes, because I have heard in Zakir Naik speeches that if there is one mistake in the Quran, then everything is false because it's from the God itself.
My friend, I did not show
Yes.
you one mistake. I make a challenge to all the Muslims who are listening. Every chapter in the Quran itself is a mistake, and this is a challenge for any Muslim is watching who want to call me right now, and you choose the chapter and I will show you the mistake and I will make you read it. How is that? Any chapter in the Quran. You have 114 chapters. Name the chapter for me, and it challenge me to show you the mistake. Anything you want.
Okay.
Hmm.
No,
What else, my
no, I
friend?
don't have a No, I don't have any other
So
confusion.
what now? Do you want to? You are still between Christianity and Islam, or you made a decision?
No, I made the decision that I want to go to church.
All right. So you wanna accept Jesus again as your Lord, as your Savior?
Yes.
That's wonderful, my friend. So pray to the Lord to forgive you for forsaking Him for some time because you were confused, and I'm sure He will forgive you. And pray from your heart from now on not to let the devil play with your heart, because the devil, my friend, is evil and he would do everything he can to confuse you. Be solid with Christ and don't let the devil get inside you. All right, my friend?
Okay. So, if I may ask, if I have any doubt, can I call you again?
You know, anytime you can call me, but why you have a doubt? Here we go, give it to me.
No, I don't have anyone.
No, no,
I
no.
don't
But
have
my
one
friend,
now. But
why you want to let the doubt go inside your heart? Why? I mean, already you discover Islam to be stupid and it's a lie. So what is left? Do you have better than Christ to follow? What, you want to follow the Buddha
uh,
or you want to follow who?
no, I don't want to follow
Okay,
Muhammad
so
anyways
why
because
the doubt
he's
will come to you unless you are looking for a doubt,
wrong.
right?
Okay.
So if you leave the doors open for the doubt to come, okay, all the doubt will come. If I allow the
Mm.
devil always to come to me, he's going to be he will feel home. He will never leave me, right? So it's you who decide really if the doubt will come to you or not. And for sure you can ask questions, and you know it's not Jesus said read the books, because we are different from Islam. Islam is religion against reading, against knowledge. The knowledge of a Muslim is about silly stuff like, can I wash underarm, can I wash my private part? Those questions are allowed. A question about God, about religion, is forbidden in Islam. The second you ask a question to question, it's forbidden. The second you ask question to be stupid, like how many times I need to go around the Kaaba, why the prophet what the prophet he said after he kissed the black stone, silly questions. So there's a question to copy paste and to follow blindly, and there's a question to learn. In Christianity, question to learn is what is important, not a question of stupidity. Like, who care how Jesus washed his hands? You will never see in the Bible seeing, you know, silly stuff like Muhammad. They describe how Muhammad he washed his penis. I mean, why I need to know that? How the prophet wife, she put a dish between her legs and her private part was dripping a yellow blood. Why I need to know that? So Islam is a savage cult. It's a collection of a savagery, and there's you know, you can tell the quality from the quality of the talk, the quality of this cult. You see, you know them from their fruits. From their fruits, you know them. How you know a person? This is what Jesus said. From their fruits you shall know them, not from their names. So Muhammad, he claimed great names for him, to the point he called himself Muhammad, which means the praised one. That name alone is enough to prove that Muhammad is Antichrist, for he is claiming to be God on earth. The praised one should be God, not a man. That is a name should not be meant to be given to a man. How you call yourself the praised one? If you are the praised one, who is the praised to? Allah? Correct?
God alone.
Okay, so how Muhammad is the praised one? That a name alone is enough to prove that Muhammad is a devilish man and he worked for the devil to deceive us.
I heard in your previous videos that it says praise for Allah and the Prophet.
Sorry, again, say again.
I heard in your previous videos that it says in the Quran that the praise for Allah and the Prophet, because that's a false statement.
Praise for Allah,
or some listen to the something. Listen to what the Allah and the and you said once that why should we listen to the Prophet? We should only listen to the God.
Yeah, the prayer. Muhammad, he says, he claimed that you pray and your prayer will be displayed in front of me. The Muslim, they said to him, how we will pray and you are going to be dead? Pray on you. I mean, what is that? You will be dead. He said that all your prayer will be submitted to me, and this is the hadith in front of us. And here the translation is lying. They are saying to in the translation, invoke many blessing on me. In fact, it doesn't say. It says the word salah, and salah mean pray. So invoke many prayer to me. And they said to him, well, you will be dead. Your body will be decayed. So what do you mean? He says, we prophets, our body is preserved, and all your prayer will be sent to me. Now, who is Allah and who is Muhammad then? And how Muhammad, all the Muslims, their prayer will come to him. How a man, he can review all the prayer of the Muslims? And why they are sent to him? All right?
Okay.
Don't let the Muhammadan fool you, my friend. Okay, you are smarter than this.
Okay.
Yeah, don't foolishness is a kind of fashion these days, and Islam is a very foolish religion. So don't follow the fashion. It's a fashion to be foolish these days. They say to you, be open-minded. Open-minded means be foolish.
So is leaving Islam is a crime? Because in Islam, leaving Islam is a crime, but they always say that no, you can leave it if you don't like it. So what's the truth of it?
No, Muhammad, he says, man baddala dinahu faqtulu. The one who changed his religion, kill him. They lie.
But
Here we go.
Muslims, they always say that you can leave the religion, it's
okay.
no problem.
Everything I say, I show the proof in the front of us. Do you see it?
Changes his religion, kill him. Okay, I see.
So they can lie as much as they wish. Here, nobody can play with us. Nobody. All right? And those Muslims who speak to you, tell them, what about me? You know, you come and debate this person, and let's see what you can do. Okay?
I heard in a debate between a Christian and a Muslim, the scholars, and they were talking about the Jews, the book of the Jews and the Quran itself talks the same about the about Moses and all those prophets, because
no,
the first I'm talking about the first 5 chapters of the Bible is different from what's
No,
taught by the
everything
Jews.
in the Bible is different from the Quran. The Quran is a stupid book. There's nothing to share with the Bible. Muhammad, he stole some stories from the Bible, but they are not the same. As
So
an
is the
as
first
an
book
as an
in the
example,
Bible and the text of the Jews the same?
the Bible, our Bible is the text of the Jews in the same time. When we say
Okay.
the Bible is the book of books. It's not one book.
Mm.
So when we say the Bible, we mean the Torah too.
Yes.
Okay,
The first five books
so
of
the
the
book of
Bible.
the Jews, you see, because Muhammad is a liar, he did not accept the book of the Jews before him. But for us, we accept every word in the book of the Jews, which is the
Mm-mm.
Torah. For sure, there's other books which is not really, even it's not holy for them, you know. So we accept the books and we call it the Bible. The Bible is a collection of books.
Mm-mm. Okay, thanks.
All right. Anything else?
No.
All right, my friend. Thank you very much for calling. Take care. Happy for you that you regain your faith again and you became and you accept to Christ to be your Lord. All right. Stay firm. Don't be a fool. All right. Do we have any Muhammadan? Call you? Okay, what is your name? Are you a Muslim? Perisari? Who is a Muslim would like to call us? You are agnostic? What does that mean? Agnostic for me is someone he is not sure about his gender. Like he's male, he's female, he's male, he's female, he's male, he's female. He have a mirror in the front of him. He look at the back, he is female. He look in the front, he is a male. Then he look at the back, he is a female. Well, stay who you are. I don't care. Now, do we have a Muslim when I talk to us or not? You are a Muslim? Okay, give me your Skype. I will contact you. Ibrahim Ansari, give me your Skype, guys. How I'm going to call you? Okay, you can I call you? If you are a Muslim, you are welcome. Just give me your Skype. I will call you. Stop laughing at not religious people. I have the right to laugh. If you don't like it, you can leave. If you don't like me to laugh at you, why you are here? Stop laughing at non-religious people. Are you ISIS? What you wanna? What are you making a threat? I'm free to do whatever I want. You non-religious people, you laugh at the Christian. Laugh. Why we cannot laugh at you? This guy, he keeps saying to me, call me, I'm a Muslim, but he don't give me a Skype ID. Any Abdul? Where I start reading the Bible? Well, the most important is the New Testament. The Old Testament is about the previous history of the Jews. So first you finish the New Testament, and then to learn more about the history of the Jews and the prophets who came before Jesus, that that will take you to the Old Testament. But for sure, the first you learn is the New Testament. Mr. Fadi, he's saying you are laughing at you are making fun of the people who have a weak brain from the foreigners. What about your prophet? Let us see your prophet if he is making fun of the brain. Your prophet, he says this. You are talking about the one who make fun of the brains of people, brainwash people. Okay. Do you agree with your prophet, Fadi? That your God, he will give you a penis, will never go soft or limp? Do you agree with this, Fadi? Do you agree that Allah will import hookers from hell? This is why they are in hell, who have nice breast and nice vagina. Do you agree with that? You are accusing me that I am make and brainwash people, foreign people, right? Okay, what is this? Why did I promise them a penis will never sleep? Explain to me, what is that? Are you there, Fadi? Is that a brainwashing, or this is something good? This is why ISIS, they want to kill themselves. They don't worship Allah, they worship their penis. All of them, they want to get this penis. What kind of God? What is the logic? And how you can sleep if your penis is like this? Especially if it's English. And that's mean it's going. I don't want to describe how it's going to be. You know what I'm talking about. You have endless private part and will never sleep. So what you do with it? You put it under your pillow, in your back. Hello? Are you there? Look what Fadi, guys. Look what Fadi said. Hold on. Let me show you the comment. I wish Fadi he will comment in English, not in Arabic, so he can laugh with me. But it's okay. We will translate. The one who will laugh at the brain is not the one who say things we will get in heaven. Those things will get in heaven. My friend, those things you can get in Las Vegas. what heaven? You go and buy some Viagra, and then not only he will not sleep, they will take you to the hospital and you will die. What do you mean this is in heaven? This is the question. What kind of heaven this heaven is? So this is heaven? We go to heaven, we don't smell air, we smell sperm. We say to Afadi, Assalamu alaikum, Afadi, he answered, why? Because they are not allowed to take off their jalabiya, so they will hold it with their mouth when they are having sex. He cannot answer back because he's busy. Have you ever heard of a God saying you will have orgasm of 70 years? 70 years orgasm, what about 69? It's even more sexual. 70 years orgasm, Mr. Fadi, and you are telling me this what we have in heaven? What kind of heaven this heaven is? So I visit you first year, your mom should knock at your door. Fadi, Fadi is busy, he's having orgasm. His mother, she come next year. Fadi, Fadi, he cannot answer because he's having orgasm. His mom, she come the third year. She knock harder. Fadi, Fadi cannot answer. She came 10 years after, 20 years after, 30 years after, 40 years after, and the poor woman, she became old now. Fadi, the mother, she is dying now, and still Fadi have an orgasm. When your mom, she can see you. If your orgasm is 70 years, when your mom, she can visit you and have some coffee with you, my friend. Are you there, Fadi? And you are talking about a brainwash? I mean, how stupid this cult is. Sorry, mom, I was having orgasm for the last 70 years. And his mom, she said, wow, mashallah. I wish your father was able to do that to me. His orgasm was like a rabbit. This is why we have you so small. Fadi, how are you, Fadi? This is a religion? What is left for Mickey Mouse? And by the way, do you know, the guys, that Mickey Mouse is wanted in Islam? Do you know that the Muslims, they have a fatwa, which means a holy jihad on Mickey Mouse. They made a fatwa that Mickey Mouse must die. Let us find the fatwa. Hold on. I mean, I am really convinced that Islam must be a great religion. Look at this. Mickey Mouse must die. Saudi Arabian cleric. Even Mickey Mouse. I mean, your religion is the most fantastic religion ever, man. Even Mickey Mouse, he should die. Why? Because the prophet, he says the mice is the enemy of Allah. So let us count the enemy of Allah. The mice is the enemy of Allah. Geigo is the enemy of Allah. Lizard is the enemy of Allah. Dogs are the enemy of Allah. Christians are the enemies of Allah. Hindus are the enemies of Allah. I mean, come on. Hello, Mickey Mouse. And by the way, for those who they are asking, Mickey Mouse saying hello, and he's next to me, and he's okay, okay. But he's hiding because of the Muslims. Anyone? ممكن سؤال. My friend, why you don't give your question in English? You are in an English forum, and you guys, the Arab guys, you are giving me your questions in Arabic. So we want people to see your questions. Don't you know how to write it in English? So what the point if you don't speak English? You are here. Why you are here? Hassan, he want to call me. Give me your ID, Mr. Hassan. He sent me invitation. Okay, hold on. I don't know. There's many names have the same names as yours, but let us see this one. Are you the one end with R or the one end with Ali? Which one is you? There's three names. I text them all. So Hassan, did you get my text or no? Well, I text. There's three names, Hassan Karbala. I texted the three of them, but I received no answer. All right. Well, look like Hassan, he cannot text me for some reason. Any Muslim would like to call me? Guys, I searched for Hassan Karbala. I searched. There's three names. I text them all. And there's one of them. He's online, actually. He's not answering. Let us see this one. Here we go. Hassan, he answered and he hang up. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, my friend.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. You are live in YouTube. What do you like to say to us?
I called you half a year ago. I don't know if you could remember me, so
I'm not
it's
sure.
actually the second time. Yeah, it's not a problem. There are many that call you. So
All right. So what you want to say
All
to
right.
us today?
Um,
Did you leave Islam when you called me last time?
no, I
No.
didn't actually. But
Oh, okay.
yeah,
All right. So what do you want to say?
I've still questions. Can you also show from Shia tafsir from those verses that you showed today about? I can't remember well. Like, what did you show today about that you can't eat? That you can eat at your
It is the same. It is the same.
mother's houses?
Yeah, if you go to the Shia tafsir, it's the same. You know, here we go. Let us go to the Shia tafsir. No problem.
Can I give you one tafsir that I have heard about? One
There is
Shia
tons,
tafsir?
no problem. I mean, the Shia tafsir is the same. We go to the Shia, all right, and there is tons of them. Which one you want me to go for?
This one called Al-Burhan fi Tafsir al-Quran.
Al-Burhan. Let me see if they have it
في
here.
في تفسير القرآن.
Al-Burhan. Well, this website have only At-Tabrasi, Al-Qummi, At-Tusi, At-Tabata'i, Al-Safi,
Al-Qummi, all right. Al-Qummi is also good,
Al-Qummi.
but Al-Burhan fi Tafsir al-Quran is actually the most comprehensive. So,
Well, this
and the
website
Shia.
does not have. Actually, here we go. I found it. Okay, I found it. Hold on.
Al-Burhan fi
Yes,
Tafsir al-Quran.
Al-Burhan.
All
Yes,
right.
I found Al-Burhan. All right. Okay, it's the same. If you think it's going to be different, it's not really. It's the same. Okay, but we have it in Arabic. I think you speak Arabic, don't you?
Well, it's my mother tongue, but I find it difficult
It's
to
okay. I will
understand.
help
I
you.
mean, I
Anyway, you
can
can see my
talk,
screen. If you see the screen, you can understand or no. Anyway, here we go. It's in front of
Wait,
me.
wait.
ليس على الأعمى حرج وليس على الأعرج حرج ولا على المريض حرج ولا etc. It says from Riwayat Ibn Abi Jarud and Ja'far, blah, 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 blah. It says he is repeating the same, and then
Yes.
he says that in the people of Medina before they became Muslims, they don't associate much with the blind and the lame and the sick, and they don't eat with them. This is what the Shia they are saying. But Muhammad, he did the same. Do you know the chapter is called Abasa?
Yes, they say in Shia that Abasa wa Tawalla is about Uthman ibn Affan, but Sunni say it's about Muhammad. So
no.
that's
Why the Quran?
different.
Why the Quran will come about Uthman?
I have no idea.
Is Uthman is a
That's
prophet? Who is Uthman anyway? Come on, you know. Allah Himself will send a verse about Uthman. So if everybody he makes something, Allah He send a verse about him. So no. So but then the verses they are talking about, it says you cannot eat in your house of your father, the house of etc. And the verse here actually, when the Shia try to explain it, is showing us, with my respect to you as a Shia, it's a stupid explanation. Let me tell you why. The verse saying it is not a problem for the blind to eat at his home, correct? Is that correct?
I can't see the screen. Wait.
Well, you know, you can go to the English translation, you can read it on your own. So in chapter 24, here we go.
What is this tafsir now? I just
we will read both.
wanted
We
to
will
see
read,
the
we will read
tafsir
both.
also.
But you will see the
From
Shia interpretation is silly. It's not even smart because it have nothing to do with that topic. And that's why I find the Shia interpretation is kind of fantasy. It says there is no restriction on the blind, nor any restriction on the lame, nor any restriction on the sick, nor yourself if you eat at your houses. Correct?
I'm not seeing the screen right now. I'm just listening to you.
Anyway, this is what the verse is saying. So now, okay, so why Allah He needed to say the blind He can eat at his home? I mean, where the blind we used to eat anyway? As long as he have a home, it's mean he have a home. So if he cannot eat in his home, where he eat? So let us say somebody he don't like to eat with the blind, but he is talking about eating in your home.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the wisdom here? The sick, he will be sick. Where the sick will be? He will be running in the street. He will be sick. He will be home. And then,
actually, I've never heard of this verse before. So yeah, or about this passage. So
yeah,
that's
it is
the
silly.
reason that I became curious what it says.
The interpretation in the Shia website have nothing to do with the verse itself. You know,
what does it say then? Like, what does the interpretation say?
Because it's talking about, you know, if they should eat with the blind or not. But this is not what the verse is saying. The verse saying that if you're blind, you can eat at home. This is how the verse is taught, correct? Okay.
Okay. Yes. Well,
so was the blind eating outside before? I mean, in the time of Muhammad, there was a Starbucks. They go and eat there. Where they eat? You know.
Okay.
And then eating in your mother house and your father house and etc. I mean, what is that? So the Shia, and always that I notice about the Shia, when they come with interpretation, the Shia, they have Zahir wa Batin. You know what does that mean, right?
Yes, I understand that.
The outside and the inside. The Shia, they take the inside, right? Here, suddenly they want to take the outside. So they are moody. When they want, they take the outside. When they want, they take the inside. This is why we cannot trust the Shia explanation for anything, because they play games with the meaning. When they want, they make it about something else. It's not mentioned, and when they want, they make it about what is mentioned exactly. However, here the explanation is silly, and it does not give us any answer. And it's the verse itself is silly anyway. You know.
Yeah, I thought that maybe it's that it was a joke that you was reading that, but then I noticed that it was real, like that is written in the Quran. So,
what is your education about your belief as a Shia? Like, did you read? Did you study anything or?
Well, I know much. I have much information about the Shia, but I didn't acquire it from reading, but from listening and from my family surroundings. You know, from gatherings. Like,
have you ever heard about an angel? His name is Futros.
Yes, that's the story, right?
Do you like
Imam al-Hussein?
Yeah. Do you like to tell the people about Futros? The story about Futros. Do you like to tell it? As long as you know it. Who is Futros?
I forgot actually. It was about an angel that God punished him, and
he disobeyed Allah. His name is Futros, and then he asked Allah. Allah said to him, either I punish you now or in the judgment day. Correct?
Yes.
And then Futros, he said, no, punish me now. So Allah broke his wings and he put him in Hulunulu, in one of the islands in the middle of nowhere. And then one day Futros, he was in his island, which is the Allah, he isolated him in, like it's like a jail. And then he heard a noise in the sky, and he saw a very huge number of angels. And Futros, he screamed, he says, who is this? What's happening? Jibril answered, and he said, I am Jibril. He said, what's happening? He said, today a great thing happened. The prophet, he have a grandson. His name is Al-Hussein. And then Futros, he said to Jibril, can you ask Allah, please burden, so I can go and visit the grandson of the prophet, and I can wave my wings over him. I mean, the Shia, they have a huge section of fantasy, you know. And as an example, the Shia, they believe, and you are a Shia, that they believe that Muhammad and his family, they are made of nur, right? Made of light.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So when Fatima, she married from Ali, what the Shia they say?
What do you mean? Like,
because they say they are nur, they are light. So Ali is light, Fatima is light, right? They are made from light. Muhammad is light, Ali is light, Hassan is light. So when Ali, he married from Fatima, what happened?
He just married her, like?
No, they say that the light married from the light. تزوج النور من النور. And this is why they say the Shia that Muhammad and his family, they are light, because the Quran says in chapter 33 verse number 46 that Muhammad is a siraj, siraj and munir, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so they claim that the Quran says that Muhammad is light, and this is the Quran confirmed that Allah himself is light. Correct? So
okay, but
Muhammad, and here we notice a second ago I told you that the Shia, the funny about them, when they want they take the inside meaning, when they want they take the outside meaning, correct? Here they took the outside meaning. They say, here we go, Muhammad is described in the Quran as a lamp spreading light, and Allah is light. And from that they say that Muhammad and his family, Ali, and I don't know why Ali became light too, because yes, Ali is the cousin. But if this is the case, it means all the cousin of Muhammad must be light too, correct? Why only Ali?
yeah, it's yeah, they say the 14 infallibles, like Muhammad,
the three musketeers,
Fatima, and the 12 imams, like Ali.
Yeah, but you know,
Hassan,
no, you
Hussein,
see,
and,
no, but you see here you see the hypocrisy here. Ali is a cousin of Muhammad, correct? Okay, but Muhammad, he had many cousins. So why only from Muhammad and Ali and down we go with their childrens after that? And why we don't count the cousin of Muhammad, the other cousins? You understand me?
Yes.
Why only Ali? From all the cousins, he is light.
I don't know, actually.
Yeah.
They say, yeah, like God created them first before everything. Like,
yeah, they were stars in the forehead of Allah. They were stars made of light in the
forehead. Where is
that? Ali and Hassan al-Hussein and Fatima and Muhammad, they were stars in the forehead of Allah.
Okay, but is that a hadith or?
Yeah, you know, so you know, there's tons of hadith about this. They say,
but I
they
wanted
say
to know about
Ahlul Bayt makhluqat nuraniya, which mean they are from light, but they appear in a human shape. You understand? So they have an appearance of a human being, but in fact they are not. They are made of light. Don't tell me you never heard this before.
No, I know this. It's like I have many times heard this, but I'm not sure what is meant by light. Like, I don't know if nur is like the same meaning as light, what we mean now.
Yeah,
like
light. Allah himself.
I don't know if that's.
Yeah, Allah himself is light. Allah himself is light, and He is the source of all light, supposedly. And Ali and Muhammad and his family. And by the way, Fatima is not the daughter of Muhammad anyway. Since when Fatima became his daughter? What is the proof? There's no proof. Muhammad, he cannot have kids. Fatima is the daughter of Khadija, but she was the youngest of the children of Khadija. So she was calling Muhammad because she is the youngest father. You know what I mean? Muhammad, he married Khadija. She have many husbands before him. She have children who they are in the age of Muhammad almost. So this is why we don't notice Muslims talking about the children and the male children of Khadija. They always mention female children. And the one they mention, especially the Shia, Fatima, why they claim that Fatima is the only one which Muhammad he have from Khadija. But Muhammad is a man, he cannot have children, and this is proven. He have all the wives after. He never been able to have any child from anyone. And Khadija, she was a lot older than Muhammad, so how Khadija she can give a baby?
Khadija was 40 when he married her. He was 25. Right?
According to them, more than 45. What 40? And she have two husbands. And same time, it's not the fault of Khadija, because already Khadija, obviously, she have kids. But Khadija, she was old, and Muhammad, he cannot have kids. Muhammad, he married women after women after women after women, and then one day Mary the Copt, she got pregnant, and the Muhammad, he thought this is from because he was sleeping with her, but the fact it was not. Even Aisha, she told him, he don't even look like you. So Muhammad, he cannot. Even the Quran says that people, they used to him that they used to say to him, you are the abtar. You know what abtar, right?
مقطوع means like cut.
You are cut. You are cut off. They are making fun of his private part. You cannot have babies, you know. So you are not man enough. Why? Because you cannot have children, you know.
The abtar, I looked it up. Has different meanings. Like abtar means مقطوع الذنب, like without a tail.
Yeah, it's about penis, but a man, he don't have a tail, do he?
But another meaning is like بقي زواجهم abtar, like their marriage was without any kids.
Yeah, you can use this word in many ways, but here obviously talking about him, he cannot have babies. It's obvious. So this is about
Lisan al-Arab. I saw that abtar also could mean like someone doesn't have male children, like
no problem,
only females, and then
this is
his surname will it's actually stupid maybe, but so maybe
but look at this
I
verse.
don't know.
Regardless of the meaning, it's about him not having children. Look at the verse. Allah, he answered Muhammad, he says, the guy is saying to Muhammad, you are abtar, and Allah, he says to him, we give you a fountain. What does this have to do with this? What do you think? Like there's a guy, this is a chapter 108, Al-Kawthar. A guy, he says to you, you are abtar, and then you answer him, says, I have a fountain. What is this?
A river, or Fatima, the daughter of Muhammad. That's in the
Al-Kawthar. Al-Kawthar, the Shia. See, here we go. The Shia, now they give it. Al-Kawthar suddenly became Fatima. Why didn't say Fatima? So Al-Kawthar, supposedly, according to the Muslim Sunni interpretation, it's a river in the heaven, and this river, its water is whiter than milk, and it's sweet. All right, and I believe that Al-Kawthar is a river of sperm, because what the connection between this and this? Think about it. The guy accusing Muhammad that he is not man enough to have babies, correct? He's trying to insult him.
I'm not 100% sure, because abtar seems ambiguous, and I don't know, like
okay, I will go with you. You
said off
you said he don't have
private part, but
okay,
can you, like, is there a dictionary or a tafsir or any use for that?
السيف البتار. What is السيف البتار?
The cutting sword?
Sharp,
I don't
sharp,
know.
the one who cut anything. Okay, so this is abtar. It's a past tense, so it's cut off. As simple as that. All right. So abtar is about cut off. The guy is making fun of him. He's saying to him, "You don't have a penis." As simple as that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
like in the street today, if somebody is rude, he say to a person, "You are not man enough. You cannot have sex." All right. And actually, there is a reason for that. I don't know if you know the hadith where Muhammad, he says, I was the most weak person between all mankind in sex, and then I invoke Allah, and he sent me a dish of al-kufayt, which is kebab, and I ate it, and I get the power of 40 men. You know the hadith?
Which book is that?
We can find it in many books. This is all over, you know. So he invoked, and even Fatima, she ate from that. I don't know what happened to her after she ate that kafta. So let me find some reference for you.
Al-Kafi or Bihar al-Anwar.
Let me see if I can find it in the Shia. But for sure we can find it in a Tabaqat al-Kubra.
But have you
Alright.
studied the Shia books?
Sure, we
like
study everything.
all of
You know,
them?
when you study Islamic law, you study all. You don't study only one.
So, okay.
ذكر ما أعطي رسول الله من القوة على الجماع, mentioning the power the Prophet was given into sexual intercourse. It says here, the Prophet said صلى الله عليه وسلم كنت من أقل الناس في الجماع حتى أنزل الله علي الكفيت فما أريده من ساعة إلا وجدته وهو قدر فيها لحم أخبرنا محمد etc etc etc. And here he says, and I will translate for you guys, you give me a minute. لقيني جبريل بقدر فأكلت منها وأعطيت الكفيت قوة 40 رجل في الجماع. Translation: Muhammad saying, I was the most weak person between all mankind in sex, and then I invoke Allah, and Allah he sent me a dish of al-kufayt, like shish kebab, kufta, you know, and I ate it and I got the power of 40 men. Allah he sent it to me with Jibreel. Every time, every hour I needed, Allah he sent it to me. Okay, and after he ate it, he got the power of 40 men. And here they are saying that Muhammad he used to have sex with 9 wives in one night.
Okay,
and,
this is
and here
which book?
here what's your name, by the way?
You can call me Hassan.
Hassan, no problem. So Hassan, here you can tell why somebody want to exaggerate about his sexual power unless he's trying to cover up something. You know what I mean? I mean, why you are telling people, why Muhammad is saying, I was the most weak person between mankind in sex. So obviously he has a problem, correct? But yet he claimed that after he prayed to Allah, he sent him this dish of kebab and he ate it, and since he ate it, he got the power of 40 men. But his wife Aisha, as usual, she got him busted. Aisha, she says that the Prophet he used to imagine himself having sex, but in fact he was not. Because Muhammad, when he start exaggerating about his sexual power, women they talk, and the women they ask Muhammad, wives, how was it yesterday? We heard that he did boing boing to all of you in one night. Look what Aisha she was saying to them. The Prophet continued for such and such a period, imagining that he had sexual intercourse with his wives, but in fact he did not. Do you see it?
Yeah, but this is Bukhari, and
yeah, but it doesn't matter. You know, we have to connect. You see, for me, I don't care if it's Bukhari, Sahih Shia or Sahih Muslim Sunni. It doesn't matter. All is garbage for me, with my respect to you. But at the end of the day, there's no smoke without fire, as they say, correct? Is that correct? Why Aisha she's saying that there's no smoke if there's no fire, correct? So this smoke is coming from where? Why Aisha is saying such a thing? Aisha she is confirming here for us that Muhammad he have a sexual problem. He imagined himself having sex. So she is saying that the reason he was bewitched, a black magic, but we know that the black magic does not exist. So what was the real reason? Obviously Muhammad he go outside in the street and he claimed that he is a hero. Yesterday he have sex with all of them, and then when the women they speak to the women, they say he did not even touch us yesterday. What are you talking about? So now how they can cover the lies of the Prophet? They claim that he was under black magic to the point he think or he thought he's having sex, but in fact he did not. And as long we are talking about sex, you know that your Shia, your people, they believe if you wear black shoes that will affect your sexual private part. You know that, right?
I have heard that previously. Yes.
Yeah. Do you believe in it?
Like,
I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm just trying to explore.
you know, like I really, I don't know. It's so confusing. So many, like even between. I have to admit, even between Sunni and Shia, I think like, why do we Shia hate Aisha so much if she was the wife of the prophet, and then she suddenly became like
because
evil
she made the war against
and
Ali. Obviously, Shia, they worship Ali. There is no question about that. Shia is an Islamic religion born of Islam, but they change. Well, the Sunni, they worship Muhammad. They claim he's a prophet, but the fact they worship him. The Shia, they worship Ali and his family. Yeah.
yeah, okay, but
Now,
let
according
me
to you
think.
as a Shia, which book you consider is the most accurate? Is that Al-Kafi?
Al-Kafi, yes.
Okay. Well, Al-Kafi is full of madness too. I mean, Al-Kafi. So, do you believe Al-Kafi is accurate for you? Do you follow it, or you just say?
I haven't read it because, I don't know. I find it difficult to read Arabic books. I can read, but
Yeah. As an example, in the book of Al-Kafi, Muhammad, he sucked the nipples of his uncle, and he gave him milk. Is that a true story?
I've never heard of it before.
Okay. Do you think really this is a true story, or this is fictions of the Shia?
If I think it's fiction from Shia,
Yeah. Same time, like same for Al-Hassan. Al-Hassan, he used to suck. He used to feed from the finger of the Prophet. Let me try to find the hadith. Hold on. Al-Hassan, sorry, Al-Hussein, not Al-Hassan. He used to suck the finger of Muhammad for 2 days or 3 days non-stop, which means he feed from the finger of Muhammad.
okay, 1 second. Like you are showing it on the screen.
I'm just
or
looking
not?
for the hadith. I just remember it, so I don't know the exact number. But as I know that this is mostly in value number 1 of Al-Kafi, page 400 something. I don't remember exactly, but I will find it. Hold on. I'm just trying to find an official website.
All right, yeah. If you go on Google, you can find it easily. I think Al-Kafi, Bihar al-Anwar.
Yeah,
in Arabic.
there's many actually, but I want to find a Shia website, not just a website. Okay, let us see here. Because when you search for a hadith, and I remember hadith very well, always you find it in the Sunni, not anyway. It's al-Back. I found the reference. It's Al-Kafi, very number 1, page number 386. Kitab al-Hujja. Kitab al-Hujja. So Al-Hussein, it says الحسين لم يرضع الحسين من فاطمة عليها السلام ولا من أنثى. Al-Hussein, he did not suckle from any female, neither from Fatima, but he used to be brought to the Prophet, and the Prophet, he put his finger in his mouth and he sucked it with what is enough for 2 days or 3 days. So Al-Hussein,
Really?
Al-Hussein, yeah, Al-Hussein, he never suckled from his mother. He never suckled from any female. He suckled only from the Prophet finger, and each time he suckled from the finger of the Prophet, he suckled for he get what is enough for 2 days or 3 days.
What is meant like suck? Like,
He sucked his finger. The Prophet, he put his finger in his mouth, and then Al-Hussein, he suckled it, and then that will be enough supposedly for 2 or 3 days as food. All right. Yeah, actually, I think I found it.
I can
you can search it anyway. You can search it
for it afterwards. I can look it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, there's the Shia. They are not better than the Sunni. So, like, let me ask you, Hassan. So, what do you think now? Like, I mean, I don't know. Are you still a Muslim or what are you?
I find it really confusing. I have to be honest with you. You know, it's yeah.
So,
But I don't know. There's actually not one single religion of which I'm really convinced. You know,
let us
like
focus
okay,
right
these
now.
are
Let us focus now in what you have as a Shia. So, you want to stay as a Muslim Shia or you decide to leave?
you know, yeah, these things that show, okay, they are true. Like I can't deny them, and okay, they are strange. But at the same time, there are other things. I don't know that uh, keeps me to the belief, maybe, or
Like what?
like yeah, we are brought up with love for Al Hussein,
This is,
especially him.
you know, it's people you do not know them, and you know, and you grow up. You know, if you repeat, "I love somebody," you believe a lie. But who was Al Hassan al Hussein, and you know why Al Hassan al Hussein they became a center of a religion? I mean, who are they? Like, do you know
Al
way?
Hussein, like they say, he's the mercy of
Come on.
Allah, and
Yeah, right. You see, there is
they go
tons.
to Karbala, you know.
All the hadith about Al Hassan al Hussein, I guarantee you, they are fabrication. Ali, he appeared in many places in the same time. Stories of Ali doing miracles. Ali, he can shake the doors of the whatever. I mean, Ali, he can do things nobody can do. Hassan, Hussein, the heaven dancing for Allah, Al Hussein. Oh, no, come on, this is just nothing but a pagan practice. The what happened when Islam came to, especially to Iraq, specifically to Iraq. In Iraq, there was Yazidi, there was a Christians, there was Persian, and the Muslim, they came with Ali, correct? Ali and his family, they came to Iraq.
In Iraq, yes, they
Yeah.
came in Iraq. Yes.
So this is why here we find that they made a replacement of their previous cult, like the Yazidi, etc., and they needed something spiritual, so they changed God by a new God. Okay, we got rid of the previous God, now we have new God. So Ali became God, his children became, and they fabricate tons of stories about those children who they are incredible, who they are like impossible, like Al-Mahdi as an example. Who's Al-Mahdi? Can you tell to the people here what is Al-Mahdi? The Shia, they talk about Al-Mahdi too much.
Al-Mahdi in Shia, like in Shia, they believe like it's the 12th Imam.
Hmm.
He's infallible, Masoom. He has knowledge about everything. Actually, the same knowledge as Muhammad, like it's the same, and he lives on the earth, but you can't see him. Like that's the Shia belief. But the Sunnis believe that he has to be born. What they say?
In the Sardab. He lived in the Sardab.
No, that's actually a misconception, like a misconception.
No,
he lives like freely on the earth, but they say we can't see him, but he can see us. He can hear us, but we yeah.
Okay, let us make it simple. The idea of Al-Mahdi is nothing but fiction. First of all, they don't even know who is he. They give you different names. As an example, what is the name of Al-Mahdi mother?
Nargis, right?
Some people, they say her name is Maryam. Some they say Nargis. How he was born?
Let me recall. It was a miracle.
From the side of her leg, correct? From the side of her leg.
I don't know that.
Yeah, from the side of her leg. You know, there's no way Al-Mahdi is going to be born of a vagina. Hello. So you see, all those stories is nothing but fabrication. So the guy, he might be exist as a person, But then, obviously, the caliphate at that time, he kidnapped him, he killed him because many people they follow him, and he disappeared. And then the Shia they start saying Al-Mahdi, he took the book with him, he will come back, he can see us, we cannot see him. But it's an idea which is a silly idea. Why Al-Mahdi is still alive and he's not a human? Is he human?
Well, according to the Shia belief, he's a member of the Ahl al-Bayt, so that makes him not human.
Yeah, so he's made of light. Yeah, but why? So why Ali is dead? Who is more important, Al-Mahdi or Ali? Why Al-Mahdi is the one who disappeared and he went in the Sardab, and you say that he's alive, he's in the earth, but we cannot see him. And not only that, he have the book with him. Is that correct?
All books.
Okay, what
Injil, also the Torah. They
yeah,
say.
why he have the books
Koran,
with him? Actually, we are the one who need the book. Why he have it with him? Why he took the book?
I don't know.
I mean, come on, leave the book for us. So, according to them, the Quran.
I heard that he will give it to Jesus because Jesus in Shia Islam he will.
Why
also
he need to give it to Jesus? Jesus do not need the book. We need it.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
So
maybe
friend,
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, the Shia.
I think
the Shia is a collection of fictions, and tons of stories. Nobody knows where they are coming from. The same as Futros, the same as fantasy miracle. If you go on YouTube, I wish I can play for you some videos of the Shia. You will not believe it. The word football is coming from Al Hussein. The
Give
word
me the titles.
The word Ali. The word
no
the airplanes is coming from Al Hassan. The word etc. The cell phone is made by Ali. I mean, it's beyond stupidity. It's crazy. Just go search on YouTube and laugh. As long as you understand Arabic, I mean, you would die laughing at the fantasy they claim. So they created a new image of the family of Muhammad, and they made them like gods on the earth. And now you will see that Shia didn't cry for Allah; they cry for Al Hassan, Al Hussein. Correct?
Yes.
Why? Who are they?
I don't know. They say like if you cry for them, your sins will be washed away, or yeah.
Yeah, see. So look what happened. The Muslims, the Sunni, they have different worship. They worship the black stone. They claim that the black stone, if you touch it in the Yemeni corner, forgive your sin. Muhammad, he told them, if you say the name of Allah 33 times, Alhamdulillah 33 times, etc., Allah will forgive your sin. I mean, each one of them, he have his own stories for forgiving sin, but both of them the stories doesn't make sense, and it's silly.
But the thing is, Sunnis say about us that Shia commit shirk, but they themselves commit shirk too, like kissing the black stone.
And Muhammad,
like you showed.
You see the Shahada itself.
So they are actually hypocrites.
Both of you commit shirk, because both of you say Shahada. Shahada, the Shahada itself is shirk. You associate the name of a man with the name of a God, correct? I mean, why in order to say Shahada, I have to say the name of Muhammad? Now, in the case of the Shahada of the Shia, they added the name of Ali.
Yes.
Correct? So now the Sunni, they added the name of Muhammad. The Shia, they added the name of Ali, and etc. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, the Shahada of the Shia is long. And even to the point became now, you have to curse Abu Bakr.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
It's a cursing party.
Actually, you have like a shortened version. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Muhammadan Rasulullah, Aliyun Waliyullah. Like that's
yeah, but then you have
simplest form,
and then you have to start cursing.
No, also أشهد أن عليا وأولاده المعصومين حجج الله, like yes,
right.
That too, and cursing. Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, what kind of what this religion? I mean, you have to curse. It's a madness. And if you like, you see, I wish all people they understand Arabic. If you understand Arabic, you will die laughing from the comedy between the Shia and the Sunni. If you watch, there's a guy. His name is Yasser Al Habib. You know him?
Yeah, sure.
This guy is so good.
But he's crazy. I don't know. I don't know.
No, he's not crazy. No, he's not crazy. He's not. The crazy is Islam. It's not him. It's not him, my friend. let me tell you. You see, if you go to Yasser Al Habib, he says that in the video that Hafsa and Aisha they killed the Prophet, correct?
Aisha, right? Not Hafsa.
Aisha and Hafsa, yes, both of them. They are even the Quran. You know, because the Shia, what the Shia they say? They say the Shia, the Quran says that sagat aymanahum. Do you know what does that mean?
Aymanahum is like the right side, but the first
aymanahum is their heart. So their heart decline Allah. They become kuffar. All right. So the Quran confirm that Hafsa and Aisha both they became kuffar in the sight of Allah, to the point he made a threat that he will wage war in them, and he will send Allah and Jibreel and the believers and every angel in this earth to fight against two women. I mean, here this verse alone, Hassan, should be enough for you to leave Islam. A guy
that's in the Quran, okay, but what does the Shia tafsir say?
It's a saying, but it's more aggressive against Aisha. It's all about Aisha. She is ugly, she is evil, she is blah blah blah. You know the story. But here, the story here, regardless of Shia or Sunni, if two women they have a problem with their husband, what kind of a man he need the following support against those two women? I don't know if you can see the screen.
Wait a minute.
If ye two turn in repentance to him, your heart are indeed inclined. But if you back up each other against him, which means Muhammad, truly Allah is his protector, and Jibreel, and every righteous among those who believe, and furthermore the angels will back him up. I mean, if you hear this, you will think that this is a war will happen between the Soviet Union and the Muslims, between America and all the Muslims. Like somebody have nukes, you know what I mean? I mean, you need Allah and Jibreel and every righteous and all the angels to support you against two women. They are 5 foot tall, and they are your wives. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me it's confusing. Like, why are they his wives? Like Aisha and Hafsa, and both are like so much hated in Shia Islam. Like, yeah, sometimes I think like, why did God choose that? Like,
and not only that, actually, you know, I don't know how much you know about the Quran, but the Quran, based on this. You know, if Aisha and Hafsa they are bad, isn't it the Quran says wal khabithatu lil khabithin? You know what does that mean? You know what al khabithat means?
I know what that means, yes.
Okay,
like
can you translate?
Evil, or
okay,
the evil
so
for the evil.
If both are evil, and the Quran says that Allah make the evil women marry evil men, so how Muhammad marry them? Unless he is evil too.
I guess Shia say this is an exception, like for
what exception?
Muhammad
That's
and
it.
Ahlul Bayt.
No. It says, you know, like the translation of the Muslims is very funny. The al-khabithat, the filthy bad ones for the bad ones, which means there's no exception. It doesn't say, do you see in the verse any exception? It doesn't say any exception. That's it. The bad ones will marry the bad ones. So Allah will make it. It's like a destiny. So Allah will make the bad women marry a bad man, because this is what they deserve. Then we find that Aisha and Hafsa, both of them, they are khabithat. So how this is work? This is why we say the Quran is a joke. You know, bad women, they marry bad men. It's a destiny. So if Muhammad was a good man, and his wives are bad women, and the Quran says Allah will make always bad men marry bad women, and bad women marry only bad men, and vice versa, and the good men, they will marry good women. So was Aisha and Hafsa bad or good? When they're hard inclined and they have a strike against the Prophet, and the Prophet, he made verses claiming that Allah, he sent it to him.
Oh yeah, and Shia Islam, it's like blindingly obvious.
Yeah, and you know, both of them here, they are in trouble because the Quran, for the both, for the Shia and for the Sunni. I know that the Shia didn't agree with the whole Quran. They say there's corruption in the Quran, but it's still, you know, it doesn't matter really. It's as you see.
The Shias, I can remember, like there was Quran Ali,
Quran Ali, Quran Fatima. There's many Quran.
like beside Hafs and Qasim, but somehow it got lost. But
no, they burned it supposedly.
Quran
It
Ali
was burned.
was chronological, as I can remember. It had a different.
Obviously, all the Qurans are different.
It was different.
All of them, every book was different because Muhammad, he did not give one Quran. You see, Muhammad, because he's a fake prophet, false prophet, he cannot recite the same verse twice correctly. This is why in the Quran it says in chapter 2 that any verses we abrogate or cause to be forgotten. Why he abrogate or cause to be forgotten? Because Muhammad, he cannot remember a verse you know, twice. So one he say it this way, the other time he say a different way. So the Muslim didn't notice, and the people didn't notice that. And in order to cover himself from the lies he keep giving, he said, well, Allah, he caused me to forget Quran, but he will give me something better and similar. Something better or similar. So what the point of forgetting? Yeah, the Quran says that chapter 2 verse 106.
Okay, but in the Shia, we believe. I mean, the Shia believe that they have all knowledge. Like, yeah.
No, it's the same.
Actually,
look.
Same knowledge
Okay,
as Allah.
The Quran is clear. Any verses we cause to be we abrogate or cause to be forgotten. All right. And the reason for that, even the Sunni, they agree that the reason for this, because Muhammad, he used to say something in the morning, and then he changed his mind afternoon. Let us go show the English translation for people so they can see with us. And I will use the Sunni because this is the only one in English in this website. So you will see that the kuffar, supposedly the Arab, who they are not believing Muhammad, they do not believe in him because Muhammad, he is obviously, it's obvious that he is lying. He says something in the morning, second day he change it, you know. And why Muhammad will change that fast? I mean, if you are a prophet of God, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with this website, it's not working.
Which tafsir is that?
You can go to Ibn Abbas. Ibn Abbas shared by both.
You will see. I don't know. Shia say that he's yeah.
Ibn Abbas, they cannot say he was Shia, he was Sunni. I mean, actually, they claim that Ibn Abbas was a Shia because he's from the family of the Prophet too.
I heard a scholar say like he's a Hashimi, so you may not curse him, but he still did like wrong things. I don't know. So yeah, he's not from
all the Shia act and believe is based in political movement. It has nothing to do with religion, but they made the political agenda a religion. All of this because, you know, Ali, he wanted to be the caliphate, and Aisha, she opposed him, and Abu Sufyan and his children, they oppose, etc. So, you know, it became a war between two sects, but it was not really in the beginning. It was not a sect. It was just fighting over power. This website have a problem. It's not opening. Yeah, but anyway, you can open it later. Chapter 2, verse number 106. You will see that you will see in the interpretation that the reason because Muhammad, he says something in the morning, and then in the second day he changed it. And the Arab, they will say, look at this man. He claimed to be a prophet. In the morning he enjoy his followers something, and afternoon and the second day he changed his mind. Same as the muta, like you Shia, you practice muta until now, correct?
It is allowed, but I haven't seen any Shia that actually
Oh, come on, the Shia, they practice
likes
it
it.
widely. They practice it widely in Lebanon.
I mean, if you like ask someone like, can I? Yeah, I mean, there are stories about sheikhs that they say like, yeah, you can do mut'a, and then someone asks him, so can I do with your daughter mut'a? And then he becomes angry. So
Because he's a hypocrite.
that's I know many of those
Yeah,
stories.
you can do muta, but not with
so
my
I
daughter.
mean,
But
so I
isn't
mean,
isn't it the same? Isn't it the same with the Muhammad? Muhammad, he allow everybody to marry more than one, right? When Ali
yes,
he wanted to marry additional women over Fatima, Muhammad was very upset. Remember?
really?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
because he's a hypocrite. So
Where's that?
every man, you can search it. Maybe like because we will go soon. Maybe you can call me tomorrow.
Okay.
Muhammad, he have no problem. He himself, he have 13 wives. Ali, he wanted to marry additional women beside Fatima. Muhammad, he got so upset. Not for my daughter. That's what he said to me. Not for my daughter. And here you notice the hypocrisy. Suddenly, all the teaching he taught, it's gone. You know, he taught them, the Muslim men, it is your right to have an additional wife. But when Ali, he want to marry additional wife, suddenly Muhammad, he don't agree, and that because he's a hypocrite man. Maybe tomorrow, if we go on live on air, you can call me, and we can talk about this topic. Anyway,
All right,
Hassan,
that's good.
it's time for me to go. I can stay longer. Thank you for calling. It was nice talking to you. Feel free to call us
Thank you.
always. But let me ask you finally, after
All
the
right.
end of this conversation, you still want to be Shia? You still want to be a Muslim? Be honest with me. I mean, you are laughing.
You know,
I can tell you are laughing. You are not a believer,
like-
really. I mean, what is
like
left?
there are some ahadith. I find it strange. For example, like Muhammad says that whoever doesn't eat meat or doesn't like meat and perfume, he is not from me, or such.
Yeah, and nukah.
I don't know.
And sex too.
So I think, like, why? For example, meat. Okay, you can like it. You can't like it. Like,
What does this have to
it's
do
a
with
choice.
God anyway? What does this have to do with
Perfume.
God? No, what does this have to do with God? What does this have to do with being bad and good? It's silly, right?
But the thing, I don't know, man. It's so like, it's scary, the picture about hell and everything.
You
The
see,
punishment, like they say, if
trust
you
me,
leave Islam, then you will.
trust me. I'm a believer too, and I believe in hell and heaven too. But it is the hell I see is being a Muslim. I mean, the heaven Muhammad he promised you is nothing but a satanic heaven. What kind of God? What is religion? You know, I will go to heaven and right away I'm holding my penis, and women, they are taking off their clothes and their legs is up. I mean, isn't it obvious this is satanic? What's Satan? If you believe in Satan, if you believe in evil, then you should know that it is Satan who tried to seduce us and tempt us by having many partners and sex with everybody and party. So it's obvious. I mean, this is not heaven. Even God, when he created Adam, he created one Eve, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so if God can make Adam happy with one Eve, why he need to make hundreds of Eves for me in the heaven when I come back, and tens of thousands of little children?
Shia too, or only
both?
Sunni?
No,
like
no,
in
Shia and
heaven?
Sunni. No, both Shia and Sunni, they believe in the virgins.
Yeah,
Oh
both?
yeah, oh yeah, both of them they believe, and but their numbers is different, but it's still the same. And the Shia heaven is more fantasy, more crazy actually from the Sunni. So I mean, this is obvious. This is satanic. This is not from God. I mean, it's against the nature of God, the promises. You see, if I come to your house and let's say you have a birthday, okay, and people come in to give you gifts, everyone he give you a gifts of his choice, correct? but the gift is giving you idea about the person who gave the gift. Do you agree?
Yes, sure.
So if I give you a book which is the Bible, that's mean I'm a Christian, I'm religious, correct? But if I give you a DVD of porn, what is that will give you an idea about me? You know what I mean? That's mean the gift is telling you what is the interest of the one who gave you the gift. Correct?
I remember something about huriyat, like they say, like, oh, wait, let me recall. They say, like, in Jannah, like there, you have music in Jannah, but it is like much better than the music here.
They will sing for you. They have one songs they repeat. They have one name. They have one height. They have one face. They have one look. All of them they dress the same. You know, etc. So all of them is the same. But what I'm trying to say to you, when somebody his gift is about sex, isn't it? This is telling you who is he?
Yes.
The holy God, his gift to you is sex. Why? He think you're a dog? He think you are what? I mean, what is that? So sex is exist, and it is God gift to us for the reasons of to reproduce. God, he made Adam and Eve so they can be a couple, they can have a family, and the joy of sex was as a let us say as an attraction for the men and the women to live together and to reproduce. But in the heaven there's no reproduction according to Islam. So what the purpose of this?
Where can I find this about the Shia, like the heaven and how it looks like, and these details that you mentioned? Like, I want to know in Shia Islam, like Al-Kafi or Bahar Anwar. What
there is actually many source for the Hurriyat, but both the Shia and the Sunni, they believe in that. And maybe tomorrow, if you call me tomorrow, we can go and we can discuss more, because I'm really interested to see you leaving this cult, because I can tell now you are not making decision. But and I don't know really why you are not making decision yet.
Because I don't have, like, you know, it's about the Shia Islam, and there isn't like much information about it. If you look, like, for example, David's videos, David Wood, it's about Sunni Islam. Yours are mostly about Sunni.
Because they are the majority, they are the biggest number of Muslims, you know.
So for me, like you asked me, yeah, it's the difficulty is, I don't know. I don't have much information, and people criticizing it and discussing it, and it's mostly in Arabic. So yeah, it's, I think that, you know, if I have like many narrations and stories from tafsir shown from Shia Islam, then okay, I can have the time and then think about it, you know.
All right, but you know, you yourself, you know that the Shia and the Sunni, maybe they are different in the branches, but at the end, all of them, they have the same ending. As an example, like the most popular number for the Sunni for the versions is 72. For the Shia is 800. So it doesn't matter really if it's 72 or 800. It's the same. You know what I mean?
No, I've actually never heard about the numbers or anything in Shia Islam. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, well,
in the mosques,
let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find this hadith about the 800 versions. The 800 versions are not the number of the versions. I mean, the number of the women you will get. This is the versions, and I think there's 1,000 other additional women. So 800 versions. Let me see if I can find the reference. Hold on.
What you said about the Shia, like they are the minority, but yeah, they are still 10% to 20%. Like you can't measure it exactly, but they are actually more than 100 million. So they are still many. You know?
Yeah. But the
More
reason
than
the
100 million.
most who come to debate
Iraq,
me,
Iran.
the most who I face to debate us is the Sunni, is not really Shia. I wouldn't see them. Okay, I found the reference. Hold on. This is a Shia website. I don't know if you can see my screen.
Wait. Okay. Hold on.
You see the screen?
1 second. Yes, I'm looking at the screen. Yes.
Nur al-Thaqalain. You see it? نور الثقلين. Let me highlight it for you.
المكتبة المقروءة.
تفسير نور الثقلين.
تفسير نور الثقلين.
All right. This is Shia. All right. Now we go down. Let us see what the Shia says about the versions. Here it says في تفسير علي بن إبراهيم حدثني أتدرى بلا 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 عن عبد الله عليه السلام أنه قال المؤمن يزوج 800 عذراء و1000 ثيب وزوجتين من الحور العين. قلت جعلت فداك 800 عذراء؟ قال نعم وما يفترش منهن شيء إلا وجدها كذلك. Okay, so how many versions you as a Shia? You get 800 versions, and 1,000 women, they are not virgin. That's mean 1,800, and 2 women, they are from the Hur. So what the total? The total is 1,802 women total. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it. Yes, I'm looking.
And then here, if you go down, it says the same as the Sunni, but the number is different. It says that each time those Hawra, each time you have sex with her, she turn virgin again. Anyway, so and then she would wear 70 clothes, 70 like see-through clothing, and her husband, he see the marrow of her bones. This is exactly what the Sunni says too. You see? Yeah. So you will see the marrow of the bones. This is exactly what the Sahih Bukhari says too. So Sunnah and Shia, they share many things. The differences between them is not about those things. The difference is about Ali and Fatima and who to follow who, you know, and what is the important, who is the family of the Prophet or the Prophet, or you know. So if you go in details, they are really very close in those things, which is crazy. So I'm happy for you. You will have 1,802 women in the heaven. I mean, what do you want more? Just remember us, like you know, maybe you can send me 5 or 10 when you go there.
I want just calmness, you know. I'm just so confused right now. So I don't know what to believe, and
yeah, but what I'm saying to you is there's no different reading. I mean, both of them, there's no way this can be true. I mean, you are smarter than this. Do you think really God will give you 1,800 women?
What was the name of the tafsir? I haven't
Nur
heard of it.
Nur al-Thaqalain.
Nur al-Thaqalain.
Yeah, there's many. Those are,
I know
those are
Qummi.
Yeah, those are hadith. Those you see, this is the hadith. The hadith can be found in many books, but the tafsir is a you know, is a book collect many hadith to explain something to you. You know what I mean? The tafsir is not the source. Always, the tafsir is not the source. Like you know, you can find Rawdat al-Kafi. You can find in al-Kafi. في صحيفة الرضا, etc. You can find all those sources. You know?
Okay.
Like in the book of Al-Kafi, it says the same too. I mean, all of them, they are the same. All is the same. So are you really convinced that in the heaven you will have this? Isn't it obvious that this is a lie?
What does Christianity then teach? Like, what
Well,
is
they
heaven in
asked Jesus.
Christianity?
They asked Jesus what the Jews, they always have they're thinking that when you go to heaven you will inherit whatever you have in earth because you're a good man. So Jesus said to them, uh, he and she, they will not get married. They will not have marriage. They will be the same as angels. So لا يجوزون ولا يتزوجون. That's what the Bible says. They don't get married, and they will not get married. Why? Because simply they will be the same as angels. This is the house of God. This is the heaven. So the heaven of Christianity is totally different from the heaven of Islam. We cannot compare. And that makes sense because if God is holy, his house is holy. So how we will be in the presence of God, in the house of God, and then we find ourselves doing nothing but it's like sex party. It's not even sex. It's not a sex with wife. It's sex with women who you don't even know. You never met. You know? And why is that? I mean, why in the world does God will create for me women I never met? Like now when he says to you 1,800 virgins and 1,000 women plus 2 from the Hur. Okay, I never met any of them. So what is this for? And those people, those women did not choose me. They did not choose to have sex with me. And I did not choose them too. So this is just a pure sex. There's nothing there but sex. If you, I don't know if you have my book Sex and Allah, you will see there's tons of source about sexuality in Islam, Shia.
I'm afraid to buy it actually. If I buy it and then someone sees the title, like
you live in the Middle East. Do you live in the Middle East?
What do you say?
Do you live in the Middle East?
No.
Yeah, well, you don't have to show it. You can rip off the cover.
Like, why did you choose that title? Like, couldn't you like make it more discreet? Like,
because this is the topic. I like to name my books exactly straight. I don't like to be going in a circle. That's it. This is the book about sex and Allah. That's it.
By the way, about the fig, you said that Allah swears by the fig, right?
Yeah.
I heard you saying that sometimes. So I looked up in Shia Tafsir. They say that At-Tin means Al-Hasan.
Yeah, I know.
And Al-Zaytun means Al-Hussein.
I mean, do you see how the Shia go crazy?
Sinin means Ali ibn Abi Talib. Like,
right, guys.
That was
just to tell you what Hassan is saying. The Shia, they explain this verse. This is chapter 95, verse number 1, 2, 3, etc. It says, Allah swear by the fig and the olive. So they say that the fig is Al-Hasan and the olive is Al-Hussein and the Mount of Sinai is Ali. And the city of security isn't Muhammad, isn't
it? They say like اهدنا الصراط المستقيم, like الصراط المستقيم is Ali also. That's what they say in Shia.
The same, they have I mean the Shia, they have a very crazy interpretation for anything. I mean,
know this?
How in the world? Sure, yeah. How in the world, they come with this fig is a human being. I mean, it says fig.
Maybe it's just how do you call it in a poetry, like
majaz?
I don't know, like when you
tashbih.
Yeah, you say
but you see, okay, but fig,
honey, for example.
But fig is
honey or
fig, my friend. Fig is a symbolic of sin, never for something good. Even in the Bible, Jesus, he cursed the fig tree. Even in the Old Testament, Adam, when he commits sin, he covered himself I mean, fig always come with sin. So in the Quran, suddenly the Muslim, they made the fig, Allah swear by the fig, which is very weird. And then the Shia, they come furthermore, they say that al-fig is al-Hasan, and then the olive is al-Hussein, and the Mount of Sinai, suddenly it became. And by the way, the name of in Arabic is really funny. I mean, what Sinin, what Sinin? We do not know what Sinin is. What is Sinin? So they are guessing, saying this is the Mount of Sinai, you know, but not necessarily. We do not know what is this Sinin. We don't know.
And about وإذا الموءودة سئلت. Like
yeah,
you said, that was about النفس المعذبة, right?
Yeah, this is not about. They
in
claim.
Shia, they say that is Al-Hasan. Oh no, Al-Hussein. Like they say, actually, correct reading is وإذا المودة سئلت, as I can remember, something like that. Like that was the original reading. Like, yeah,
Well,
like al-mawadda. Then they say that is al-Hussein.
I agree that in the Quran there's many. The Muslims are confused about the words, and sometimes there's a dot is appearing somewhere, changing the whole meaning. Like hawar or hur, it's the same word. Hawar is the same as hur. Hamal or jamal.
Yes.
Remember the Quran was without dots, right? So how we can know, even if you read it inside you can replace the jamal with hamal. It's very easy. You can replace the word qala with mala.
There are qira'at, there are they say seven, but
I mean,
there are many more actually.
You remember the story about the 7 sleepers, and it says wa kalbahum.
Kaliyahum, right?
It is kali'ahum, not kalbahum. It is even in the Islamic tafsir, by the way. Some tafsir they say it was kali'ahum. Some even the Muslim tafsir they say it's kali'ahum, but by mistake it appeared as kalbahum, and now they say kalbahum, which means their dog. So there's tons of things in the Quran are messed up, and the Shia agree with that. The Shia are more honest when they speak about the Quran corruption and how the Quran changed. But the Shia, they are not honest in the purpose of being honest. They are being honest to support their agenda regarding Ali and his family. You know what I mean? It's not because they are being honest in what happened. No, it's because how they can sponsor their agenda about Ali and his family. So they refuse what is written in the Quran today, because the same reason Muhammad, he refused the Bible which we have today, because his name is not there.
They say there's a Shia sheikh, he said that Hussein is mentioned in the New Testament. Like,
oh yeah, sure.
Hosanna, they really.
I know. There's many videos. I saw it. Trust me.
Like Hosanna means
Hassan,
Husseina, actually, and they corrupted it. Like,
let me tell you what I do for fun. For fun, when I laugh, honestly, I don't watch Muslim Sunni. I watch Muslim Shia Sheikh talking about anything. Just put it for Shia with videos, and you will go crazy. Football. The football is about Al-Hassan. The ball is about Al-Hussein. The airplanes is about Al-Hassan. Everything is about Al-Hassan. Satellite is made for the sake of Al-Hassan. The satellite, the whole world is made for the sake. Shia is the best comedy ever. Like, they beat the Sunni far. The Sunni is nothing when it's come to the Shia. I know you are a Shia. I don't want to insult you. I'm just being honest with you, but it's really crazy.
I know. I don't know you, and you don't know me, so I don't care. Like,
yeah, nothing personal here. We are just sharing what we believe.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah.
What you can do. All right, Hassan. Thank you for calling, my friend, and feel free to call tomorrow if you want, or any day you wish. All right.
Yeah, thank you very much. But can we then go more in detail, especially on the Shia sources then.
Sure,
Next time, like
sure, no problem. Just
Al-Kafi, you know, because I want to know more about it, because there is no one that deals with them, right? I'm not
all right. Well,
lying. I mean,
if you promise me tomorrow you will come, I will change the topic just to make it about Shia.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell. Anyway, don't worry about it. Don't promise. Just call me,
All
and
right.
then we will change the topic to make it about Shia. No problem.
All right.
All
Just
right?
once, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Anytime
All
you
right.
wish. That doesn't
Thank
matter. Not once, twice. We can do it as many as you wish. Who cares?
Okay. Okay.
No problem, my
That's
friend.
good.
Thank you very much for calling. Take care.
Okay. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, I'm glad that Mr. Hassan, he called us. He's a nice gentleman. You can tell. You know, by the way, right away you can tell if a person is coming from a good family, and if somebody is coming from a trashy, you know, like you know, they say you are what you eat, and here what you eat is what your family around you, what they feed you. So you can tell that this gentleman is not a bad person. He's a kind man, and he's trying just to find the truth, as simple as that. So he's welcome, really, anytime to call. But as you see, the Shia is not really too much, like they are too much far from the Sunni when it's come to the deep in the religion, but the end is the same. Both they believe in violence, both they believe in killing, and both they are willing to kill you for the sake of their God, whoever he is, their God is. If you go to Iraq right now and you insult Ali, you're dead. That's it. They will cut you pieces alive. You know. If you go to Iran and you do the same. If you go to Saudi Arabia, you insult Muhammad, the same. So it is just they change the person who is the most important. Both they have a different political agenda, but both of them believe that they are supreme, and both of them they believe that they have the right to exist, and the other one don't have the right to exist. Both of them believe in taqiyya, which means you can lie. It's okay to lie. Actually, you should lie. Both of them believe in the versions. Both of them believe that the non-Muslims are filthy. It's the same, but the difference is the who is their leader? Who is their they follow who? Who is their best man? The Sunni, they follow Muhammad as leader supposedly, but then they took the side of Muawiyah and the Umayyan caliphate, Bani Umayyah, and those they became their leaders. So the Sunni, they consider themselves the Umayyad caliphate people, and the Shia, they consider themselves they are the Ali caliphate people. And both in history they have war with each other, and they actually Ali and his children, they've been slaughtered by the Sunni. So Shia is simply those who believe that they are victims of the Sunni. That's why they hate them very much, and that's why the Sunni, they hate the Shia very much. And now all the conflict we see in the Arabian Gulf between Iran, Saudi Arabia, Emirat, Yemen, you name it, all of it is a Shia Sunni conflict. Since 1400 years ago until now, they did not solve this conflict, and they will never solve it. One of them have to erase the other one, and this is their target. One need to erase the other one. So who's going to erase who? And the Shia now, actually, they are growing by number, and many of the Muslim Sunni, they are converting to the Shiaism. And there is many reasons for Sunni to convert to Shia. First, the Shia, they have many, let us say, many appealing things for the Muslim Sunni to make them follow. Number one, they follow the family of Muhammad. The Sunni, they follow the enemy of the family of Muhammad. The Shia, during the last 20-30 years, they were fighting Israel, while the Sunni, they did not take fighting Israel as something serious. Their target was different. So the Shia, they were able to advertise themselves between the Muslim Sunni as they are the one who defend Jerusalem as the Muslim city, not Jerusalem, the Jewish city. So the Shia, they present themselves through Hezbollah, Lebanon, Hezbollah, Iraq, Hezbollah Iran, that those are the Hizb of Allah, the party of Allah, and this is what the Quran says. The name Hizbullah is not something created from Google. This is coming from the Quran in chapter 5 verse number 56. Hizbullah hum al-ghalibun, and this is the title of the Shia militant groups. The same time, the Sunni, they have a big militant group. It's called Muslims Brotherhood. But Muslims Brotherhood themselves, they are under the control of the Shia. This is why if you go right now and you listen to the news, you will find that Saudi Arabia, Emirat, Bahrain, and Egypt, four major Islamic countries, they are fighting the Muslim Brotherhood, while Iran sponsoring Muslims Brotherhood. So we can say that Muslim Brotherhood as a Sunni party, in the deep inside, it's a Shia party. The appearance, it is a Sunni party, but the target obviously is under the control of the Shia. The first center for the Shia, for the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt was bought by the mullahs of Iran. You believe it? The first center, the first building for the Muslim Brotherhood was purchased by the Shia. And this is telling you the deep relationship between the Muslim Brotherhood as a party claimed to be Sunni and the Shia. And this is why you see that the Shia and the Muslim Brotherhood, they are like in the bed together. The appearance, they are enemies, Sunni and Shia, but the fact, the Muslim Brotherhood is not really Sunni. They let us say they appreciate Shiaism very much, because Shiaism is their way to reach, to take over, to control money, support, etc. Anyway, so I think we have enough for today. The video today will be long, but if you guys would like to download it for free, if not, we will remove it after a few hours, or maybe we will keep the conversation with our friend here, the one Hassan, the one who called us. So I want to say thank you. And the Shia made Quds Day in Israel for Palestinian Sunni. The Shia, this is, you see, the Shia, they are smarter than the Sunni. The Shia, they knew how to fool others when it's come to appealing, but in fact the Shia, they don't really want to fight Israel. As an example, you see the Shia Iran using the Shia Hezbollah in Lebanon to fight Israel, but the Shia Iran will never go in war with Israel. Why? So the Persian here, they control the Shia Arab and they use them for their agenda. So the appearance is Shiaism, but in fact it is more than this. It is Iran as Persian expanding the empire again, using Shiaism this time. So they are sending teachers to Africa because of the help of Chavez, as an example, in Venezuela. The Shia now, they have villages of Shia immigrated from Lebanon, from Iran, and they live in Venezuela. They open stores, gas stations. The vice president of Venezuela right now is a member of Hezbollah. So Shia, maybe it is a sect as religion, but it is nothing but a political movement seeking power and control, and they are controlling the drugs industry. Most of the income of Hezbollah is from cocaine and heroin, same as the most income of Taliban, of the Sunni. Most of the income of Afghanistan as Taliban is cocaine and heroin. So they, they have no limitation how far they can go. It's a mafia mentality. They are mafia, but the appearance, they are religion. The appearance, they are decent, to grow beard, And the appearance, they are people who reject violence. But if you go deep, like, there's a guy, his name Imam Tawhidi. I don't know if you heard of him. If you hear this guy, you think that this guy is an angel. But the book he read, claiming that he reject the books which teach violence, he's a hypocrite, he's a liar. Because the Quran teach that, and the Shia books teach that, and the school he graduated from, it teach that. So what this guy is talking about? But the Shia always, they practice taqiyya. It's like their bread and breakfast. Taqiyya, which means to lie for the purpose of your propaganda, your agenda. So he is willing to say anything you like to hear. This is what Shia they do practice. This is why I'm saying they are more successful from the Sunni. The Sunni, they lie, but they cannot beat the Shia in their lies. So Shia, they go far beyond your imagination when they lie. They are willing even to deny their religion just for the sake of their propaganda. It's called taqiyya, and it's lawful for him to do it. So they will say to you anything you like to hear, anything, whatever it is. If you say to them, the sky is yellow, they will say the sky is yellow. Whatever make you happy. It's red, it's red. You are against terrorism, we are against terrorism. But the fact, the first suicide bomber in the Middle East was from Hezbollah, was not a Sunni. This is the truth. The first suicide bomber in the whole Middle East was a Shia from Hezbollah. And after that, all Islamic Sunni, they are copying the Shia. Everything you see around you from terrorism, why after the revolution of Iran, the Muslim Sunni, they start making militant groups? Because they look at the Shia, how they were successful to have their own state. And the Shia, they sponsor other Muslim Sunni to have their own states. So they will not be alone as Islamic state, so they would be target of the whole world. And this is why you see in the beginning, from the beginning, the Shia, they sponsor the Muslims Brotherhood. But then the Muslim Brotherhood, they turn to be, they give more babies like Al-Qaeda and like ISIS. And then ISIS, they cause a problem for the Shia. So look what they do. They sponsor evil, and then evil come back to them. The same as America. America in the beginning, they sponsored the evil of Al-Qaeda. And even Osama bin Laden, he was called in certain time in America as a hero. He's a hero. In New York Times, you will see it, the article. The CIA, they go and train them, and they give them weapon. And then Al-Qaeda, they return the favor to America by doing 9/11. So when you sponsor evil, always evil come back to you. And we should learn from history. Otherwise, we are a bunch of fools. Never ever sponsor evil, because it's going to come back to you. With this, I want to say thank you for being here. May the Lord bless you all. And until we see you maybe tomorrow again, Christ is Lord and Islam is false. Thank you very much. Take care.